It depends. Okay, so yeah, offense. So 10. Yeah. 12 Anderson. Yeah, 15 Liver. And then Easton. Well, Easton's not a starter. Okay, so 36 Molander. Thomas 42. And then I think they're going to go Sean Heerman 50. Yep. 52 Zach Herbert. 54 Zane Mays. Yeah. 68 Zach Taryn. And 72 Tyler O'Neill. And then 88 Luis Cove. That's who I'm pretty sure. So.
Jared's out.
Yeah. Jensen's out. O'Neill. Coop, 64. Yeah.
There's no studio. I don't have their lineup. I don't. And I was looking for stats on Max Preps, and there aren't any.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, is this Marshall?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured it was you tonight. All right. Awesome.
You about ready, or?
Yep. I'm ready to come on whenever you can get me there. So.
Okay. All right. Well, load everything.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and 10 seconds before the intro. Okay, and then
Perfect.
I'll put you on. All right.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
All right. Sounds good. Yep.
Tom. Restrictions apply. See store for details. It's time to hit the gridiron, Longhorn fans. It's your hometown radio station, 102.9 Jack FM and HighPlansRadio.net. And you Chase County Longhorn football. Chase County Longhorn football on your hometown radio station, 102.9 Jack FM, and online at HighPlansRadio.net. It's brought to you by Allo.
Yep.
Chase County Hospital and Clinic. Adams Bank and Trust. Troxel Heat and Appliance. Ray Community District Hospital. Adams Lumber. Trinidad Benham. Melissa Memorial Hospital. Imperial Credit Union. Bonanza Floors. And Waypoint Bank. Now here to call all the Longhorn play-by-play action, it's Carl.
Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Chase County Longhorn football. Longhorns come into tonight with a 1-1 record last Friday, traveling to Sydney, to Class C1 Sydney, and they dropped that game 35-14. Just a game where Chase County really struggled to control the line of scrimmage for the most part, and some of the speed of Sydney's backs really started to show up, and so the Horns moved on to 1-1 over the Alliance Bulldogs here at Chase County on that very first night by a score of 35-8. So Chase County is 1-1 coming into the game. Their opponent tonight, the Amherst Broncos, and this is one of the first times that I can remember Chase County facing off with Amherst. The move down to Class C2, and then of a couple of Class B teams down to Class C1, namely Alliance and McCook and Aurora, I suppose. All of them just sort of push the scheduling, where all of the Western teams, especially these Class B teams out west, sort of filled up the schedules of all the B and C1 teams. And so for the first time, rather than getting pushed out west to play some Horns got pushed east a little bit, so we're going to see some opponents like Amherst, like Wood River and Gibbon that the Horns haven't seen this year. So with it comes probably a little bit of an element of surprise, just as far as not knowing all the personnel and kind of the same old year after year, being familiar with another team's offense, with their personnel, seeing them in basketballs or wrestling, seeing them at the track meets, and knowing sort of what they have. So, and one of the just a few things that kind of stand out tonight. First of all, injuries for the Longhorns are hitting hard right now, and unfortunately, they're all hitting in the same place, and that's on the offensive and defensive lines. The Longhorns have been going all season knowing that they wouldn't have the services of two-year starter Cooper Dillon, who was out with the knee, but found out this week on some kind of bad news that they also are going to be without the services of kind of their all-everything center, defensive lineman, and just, maybe one of the best athletes on the team in Jarrett Peterson. Jarrett has an injury that is going to it's going to be one of those that I think he's going to hopefully get through without any major procedures or anything, but it's going to take some healing time and probably the duration of the season. It sounds like a few months on that. So we wish the best to Jarrett, and hopefully he can get healthy and get back to full speed. He was as a sophomore, third place at state in wrestling at 220 pound. So we hope that we can get Jarrett back up and going sooner than later. But so that's kind of some tough news. And then another lineman is out this week, and not really sure what the duration of that injury is going to be. But the Horns are going to be without Jensen Olsen, the other junior, who not only offensively on the line has done a great job, but has been a force, on the defensive end, as a defensive end for the Horns. Been one of their top playmakers on the edge there. So a lot of holes to fill in. This is where the Horns get to test their depth and get to see what they can come up with. But certainly, really probably on the offensive line Jesus Medina is still out, I believe. Now Jesus, I believe, did return to practice this week, but I do not know if he is available tonight to play, and I will keep an eye out, actually. I do see number 60 in uniform out there, so he may be a guy that sees his first snaps of the year. And Jesus is a guy that they thought would be a starter on the offensive line. Actually, Jensen was probably moved to the offensive line because of the absence of Jesus, so that might be a nice little fill in there for the Horns with all of the personnel that they're missing. So it's going to be up to the guys stepping into those roles to do the job, and we'll talk about who those guys are here in a little bit as we go through the lineups. But right now, both teams are on the field. The captains are meeting at midfield, just now getting ready for the coin toss, and they're going to decide who will kick, receive, and which direction each team will be headed here to begin the game. Don't know a lot about Amherst, I'll be very honest. I've tried to check their stats on Max Preps. Nothing really available from a statistical standpoint. We know that they're 0-2. Okay, they lost to Wood River in a very close game, 34-29 in week 1, and then last week they were beaten 35-0, but by Hastings St. Cecilia, and that area, we were just talking about that, Amherst and Gibbon and Wood River adding Chase County, and they have this type of travel is probably not real common for them. Our kids are used to getting on a bus and going several hours to a game. I don't know that they necessarily have to do this very much when you think about all the Class C1 and C2 teams just in their immediate area. But one of the issues there is some of those teams are teams like Hastings St. Cecilia, Grand Island Central Catholic, Kearney Catholic that are traditional powers, and so Ord would be another one out there not far away. So. For Amherst, it'll be interesting. We'll learn a lot about them along with you as we watch this game unfold. So looks like we just had the coin toss, and of course, as I was talking, I did not quite see who won, but I'll check that when we take a timeout. I'll run next door and check and see if they caught how this is all going to go. So I'll apologize, and I'll just say that I do not have an opening lineup for the Amherst Broncos. But what I will do is keep an eye out and start getting you those numbers as the game goes, and try to make sure we let you know who's all out there for for the visitors. For the Longhorns tonight, starting lineup at one wide receiver, you're going to see number 10, senior Stephen Murray. On the other side, another senior, number 12, Kate Anderson. At quarterback tonight, the senior, number 12, Carter Librant. And that's where the seniors, that's all of them, right? The other wide receiver subbing in tonight, we will see number 20, Eastern Freeze. Running back, number 36, the senior, Dawson Molander. 42, the fullback, sophomore, Thomas Reeves. Number 50, one offensive lineman. This will be, I believe, his first start tonight, if I'm not mistaken, Sean Heerman, the 5'8", 155-pound junior. And then number 52 on the O-line, Zach Herbert. He's a 5'9", 160-pound junior. Zane Mays will be there, 180-pound junior. And then I believe we're going to see Zach Tarrin, the 5'10", 220-pound sophomore, and number 72, Tyler O'Neill, who I think has taken over duties at the center position. And Tyler's a 160-pound junior. Like I said, the only change up there would be as if Jesus Medina is taking snaps on that offensive line. So not really sure what to expect there, but that's what we're looking at going into, as far as we know. So it looks to me like we're getting pretty close to time for the national anthem. So let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and we'll have the national anthem. And when we come back, we'll be ready for football right here on 102.9 Jack FM.
We think you deserve the fiber things in life, like binging your favorite TV shows and movies buffer-free, next-level, lag-free gaming, and video calls without frozen faces. So say goodbye to lag and buffering and hello to super-fast fiber internet with dedicated 24/7 support for total peace of mind. Plus, no hidden fees, no expiration dates, and no contracts, ever. From dependable service to exceptional support, experience the fiber things with Allo. Go to allofiber.com/fiberthings and switch today.
For flexibility and peace of mind as you shop this summer, all you need is your smartphone and the Adams Bank & Trust mobile app. This is Melanie Dehart, Vice President of Retail Banking. You can easily manage your Adams Bank & Trust debit card by clicking My Cards in your mobile app. Turn your card on and off, set spending limits, see your card information for online purchases and more. For secure, convenient purchases wherever summer takes you. Adams Bank & Trust, member FDIC. Message and data rates may apply. Some restrictions may apply.
Chase County Community Hospital and Clinics would like to wish our Longhorns football team a safe and successful season. We applaud your hard work, focus, and commitment to improving with every practice and with every game. We watch with admiration as you build your character while improving your skills. Whether it's football or healthcare, commitment matters. That's why the Chase County Community Hospital and Clinics is committed to becoming your trusted healthcare home. Good luck and best wishes in this 2022 season. Go Longhorns!
In search of a new or used vehicle? Come visit us at Imperial Country Ford. We have the vehicles to fit your needs, whether it's a pickup you're looking for, SUVs, or cars. Don't forget about our service department. Our Ford-certified technicians can keep your vehicle running right. We are your one-stop shop. Give us a call, 308-882-4323, or visit us on the web, ImperialNECountryFord.com. Good luck to the Longhorn sports teams from all of us at Imperial Country Ford. Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 102.9 Jack FM and HighPlainsRadio.net.
Okay, we just finished the national anthem by the Chase County Longhorn Junior High Pep Band under the direction of Mrs. Agnes Strand. And the officials have huddled at midfield, and they're breaking, and it's time for football here. Cool night. First time we've been able to say that. People in sweatshirts. So tonight, if everything goes the way we think maybe it's going, I'm hoping that you're actually are going to be able to catch the audio right here that we're broadcasting along with the live stream. So if you go to the Chase County Longhorn YouTube page, which you can get on the CCHS website, or should be on the CCHS social media linked somewhere, I would guess. We've been trying to find the right equipment to bring you and just really sync up this radio broadcast with the live stream that's being broadcast over our YouTube channel on our Huddle Cam. And so, it'd be, I guess if it is working, if you can hear me and you're on the live stream, let me know. 308-883-0009. I'd like to hear about it. The kick is away from James MacArthur. It's taken on about the 7-yard line by Amherst. I'll get you a number here in a second. Return up the middle. Couple missed tackles. It's returned across the 32-yard line. Looks like that was number 40, and that's going to be Christian Wick. So Christian Wick with the good, I would say, about 25-yard return, and that's going to give Amherst pretty nice field position at the 32-yard line, their own 32-yard line to start the night. So get you some names and numbers here as much as we can. Longhorns looks like they're going to line up in their traditional 43 defense. And it's going to be a shotgun set, a pistol set, 2 backs on each side, 2 wide receivers to the left for Amherst, so pretty spread out. Number 30 with the carry. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to fall forward for about a yard, so give him +1 on the carry. Good pursuit by the Longhorns right there. That was number 30, Jesse Tesmer. So Tesmer with the first carry for the Broncos. And YouTube is working good. Hey, so hopefully you've got some Longhorn football that you're able to watch and listen to on YouTube. 2nd down and 8, let's call it now. They gave him a little more than I thought. 3 backs in the shotgun set. Quarterback is going to keep it. Good tackle in there. It looks like he was drugged down by Tristan Jablonski was in on that, and I think maybe Zach Taryn made his way in on that. And the Amherst numbers for me right now are just a little bit hard to read. That was a quarterback keeper. I'll try to get you I'm gonna guess that's Riley Fisher, number 9 at quarterback. It looks like that might be Riley, but I will get you that information for sure. And hey, Monty Burrell's listening in Benkelman. Glad to have you with us, Monty. And here's a fake on 3rd and about 6. Roll out. It's number 4 at quarterback. Get you that in a second. He lets it go. It's up in the air. It falls incomplete. More good coverage out there by the Horns, and it looked like Cade Anderson had the primary coverage there. Ball falls incomplete, so it's going to bring up 4th down for Amherst. That is number 4, Tage Hadwiger. So Hadwiger, the quarterback, is 0 for 1 now passing, and it's going to bring up a 4th down, and it looks like the Broncos are indeed going to punt. Going to be, looks like just Stephen Murray, punt safe back deep for the Longhorns. The punt is away. Murray's going to retreat back to about his own 25, going to let it bounce. It's going to take a Longhorn hop, and it's going to come to rest right on the Longhorns' own 30-yard line. So pretty good starting position, field position for the Horns. On the other side, Amherst took it on their own 32. Horns are going to set up shop right about their own 30. So the biggest thing I was going to look for here as we look out is to see Jesus Medina is going to start the game on the sideline here. So I don't know if he's not clear yet or if he's just not been inserted yet, but he is in full pads, ready to go. It appears tonight. So Carter Lightman brings him under center. He's got 3 backs behind him, full house backfield. Going to give to Dawson Molander. Dawson he's got about 5, maybe 5.5 up to the 35-yard line. Brought down in there by. That was number 3, Nolan Elo. So Elo on the stop. Let's give Dawson right at 5, just maybe a little bit more on the carry. Looks like a 43-45 defense for Amherst as well. 4 down linemen, 3 to 4. That might even be a 44. Looks like they've got 4 backers in there with 1 deep. So that's more of a 44 set. Carter going to bring him back under, and he turns, gives to Dawson. Next time Dawson swallowed up in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of a couple, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and pretty long now for the Longhorns. Good job in there by number 60. Man, I apologize. I just nobody brought us up numbers for these guys, and they're pretty hard to read when these pads get kind of scrunched up, but the numbers kind of blend together, and you can't always see them. So let's call it 3rd and 6.5, 3rd and 7 for the Horns. Carter going to bring him under center, turns. He's going to fake to Dawson. He's going to bring it out here to Cade Anderson, little screen. If he gets a block, he's got room. Pretty good block out there by Zach Taryn, but they did close the hole, and I think Cade's going to be a yard short, and this will be an interesting little choice here for Coach Gaswick. I got to think he's probably going to go for this. Let's call that a gain of 6, and it's going to be 4th and very short. Horns need the 40-yard line, and the nose of the ball is maybe a half foot from the 40. They don't really need to measure because the 40 is the line. Well, they're going to measure. So I'm going to bring the chains out. I'm going to start just circling some numbers that I see out there for the for Amherst. I said Elo. I see Hadwiger and Wick. So the sticks are out, and they're going to give the Horns the first down. Knows the ball right, just exactly what the Horns needed. So, first down, Chase County. They needed 10, and they got 10 and no more than that. It wasn't even 10 and an inch. So, first down and 10 on the 40. I see number 51 out there. That's Brody Bogard. Librant now in the I formation. Gives to Thomas Reeves, the up back, the fullback. Oh, Thomas was one tackle away from going. He's going to get a good 8 on the carry. Number 66 right there on the stop was Wyatt Anderson. But nice carry. Give him even 9. He's all the way up to the 49-yard line of Chase County, almost to midfield. Nice gain right there for the Longhorns. And as I said, if that last linebacker, last line of defense didn't, and it was kind of an arm tackle, if he didn't get Thomas, I think Thomas was off to the races. So here we go, 2nd and 1. Turn, going to give to Molander. Dawson off the left side. Kind of the left side of the line got blown up, and Dawson might lose a half yard here. Let's call it third and 2. Did look like it was Anderson out there on the stop. Number 66. And Horns checking their armbands here. Carter going to bring them up. They need 1.5, maybe 2 for this first down. Mendenhall in motion. Going to give it to Thomas Reeves. Thomas is going to fall forward. He's got first down yardage. Still churning. And let's give Thomas probably about 3 on that thing. He's across midfield all the way down to the Amherst 48, 1st and 10 Longhorns. So couple they're grinding it out right now. Big gain on first, but just able to eke out just enough yards for a first down once again, right on the nicely painted Longhorn logo at midfield. The work of Jeff Gleesberg's class. They come out, they measure the field, lay it out, paint it up, have it looking really, really nice for tonight's ball game. Carter brings them back to the line, I formation. Takes the snap, going to turn, going to give to Molander. Dawson cuts it back. Just not much room for Dawson. Maybe a no gain. Let's give him the line of scrimmage on that. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10. And, a little bit of that is probably Dawson getting keyed on. I see number 22 out there, Ben McGee, in on the stop a little bit. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10, as I said. Luis Coe into the game, and the Horns, as they have been, running plays in with their wide receivers. Easton Freeze and then Murray, Anderson, and Luis Coe. They kind of take turns bringing them in. I formation, power I once again. Carter going to throw. He's looking. Cade's open deep. He lets one go. Cade's going to come back for it. He makes the catch. Nice recovery. Nice just adjustment to the ball by Cade Anderson. Big play for the Horns, and it's going to be 1st and 10. I don't know for sure if Carter underthrew him on purpose or if it was just short and Cade came back to it. Either way, that was from the 48 all the way down to the 18. Let's give the Horns a gain of 30 all through the air right there, and it's going to be 1st down and 10. The Horns are in the red zone. That was number 3, Elo, out there on the coverage, but Anderson able to come back for the ball and make the big catch, and it's going to be 1st and 10. If the Horns can do that, if they can keep defenses loose over the top a little bit and really make this running game work, that's huge for him. Here's Dawson. Still no room up the middle. Boy, Dawson's getting hit. He's getting the ball, and at the line of scrimmage, he's getting smacked. Looks like they're going to give him 2 there. So let's call it 2nd down and 8 from about the 17-yard line. They only gave him a yard. They backed it up now. So let's call it 2nd and 9 from the 18. 2nd and 9. Now the fullback Reeves comes off. Luis Coe going to come in as that H-back, just right off the tail of the tackle. Unbalanced line for the Horns. They got 4 guys this way, only 2 the other way. Here comes Carter. He's going to turn. He's going to run a little inside give. It's that inside give to Luis, and Amherst has it scouted. It's going to be good for about 2 yards down to the 16, and it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 7. And that we saw that play work pretty well against Alliance in the early going. And really, as we've talked about it, if that play can get off clean and Luis can get out from behind his own pulling lineman and find some daylight, it's a nice little counter play. It's kind of hidden inside there. It's not easy to see, and Luis isn't the tallest guy. He's probably about 5'6", 5'7", so he can get in behind those linemen and hide, but he wasn't able to really pop free that time. So 3rd and 7 here. Librant with just Molander behind him. He's going to drop back. He's going to roll out left and throw. He's got a man out in the flat. He's going to come back, though, the other way, and it's a pick. His guy short was open, and now this return is going to go back quite a ways. We still don't have him down. He's at the 40. Amherst defender is at the 50. This is number 4, Hadwiger. And finally, right at midfield, he's pulled down by Dawson Molander and Cade Anderson. And right there, it looked like Carter went for more than what was there. The short man coming out in the flat was open, and I think that was Coe. But he went ahead and tried to go down the field, past the first down sticks to Anderson out there, and the Amherst defense just jumped it. So interception return of about 48 yards to the 49. He picked it there right about just in front of the goal line. So 47, 48-yard return, and Amherst is in business at midfield. Tough break for the Horns because they were driving. They had the thing down in the red zone, and it was looking good. But that 3rd and 7 forced them to go to the air, and Amherst was able to jump the route. Here's inside. That is Elo with the hand. Excuse me. Now that was number 9. That was Riley Fisher, a quarterback right there, with the handoff inside to Tesmer. Excuse me. And maybe a gain of a half yard, maybe a yard. We're right on midfield now, 2nd down to 9. I apologize. I'm choppy right now just because I'm trying to figure out the numbers here. So that was number 9, Fisher, that ran the play, and now Hadwiger going to come back in at quarterback. So a little bit of shuffling of quarterbacks. That's what had me confused. And now Hadwiger going to take that shotgun snap on 2nd and 9. Takes the snap, going to fake. He's going to look to throw for the first time. He's got a man out here in the flat, and it's going to be 1st down yardage. Stephen Murray can't quite make the tackle. He's finally brought down by Tristan Jablonski inside the Longhorn 35 at the 34. So let's give him a gain of 16 on that play, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Amherst. That was number 20-something for Amherst coming out of the backfield. They got the 1st down. Must have been 22, that reception, Ben McGee. So here's Hadwiger now with Tesmer in the backfield. Takes the snap, going to give inside to Tesmer. He's got a hole up the middle, filled in, but it's going to be a good gain. Tackle made out there by Sean Heerman. But not until Tesmer gets about 7, let's call it 2nd down and 3. And now the Broncos are in business and driving. Just 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Neither team able to put anything up. The Horns did take the ball down inside the 20, but after a big turnover, Amherst now on the drive. They're at the Longhorn 24-yard line. Hadwiger takes it. Going to run a little quarterback keep with Tesmer out in front. Good penetration there, and I believe that was Dawson that got in there. Dawson Molander. Now, Luis Coe got in there and got a shoestring tackle, and actually going to be a loss of about a yard for Hadwiger, and it's going to be 3rd down, and we'll still call it 3, but 3rd and a much longer 3 as Chase County stiffens up a little bit. So, well, now that's going to be a loss of yardage. They're going to lose at least 1 there. It's going to be 3rd and 3. We went from head of the 25 back behind it. Now here Hadwiger going to give inside Tesmer. A little bit of over pursuit, and a flag comes flying in from behind. You've got to think that's a hold, and I think maybe the ball came free at the end of that play, but no signal. The Horns are jumping around and pointing as if they have it, but there is a flag on the field, and I don't know. It is a hold. White hat, Mr. Chris Freeland, signals a hold. It's going to be declined, and the Horns did get the ball on the fumble, and it's going to be 1st down Chase County. So there was never a signal that the Horns got the ball, but they do. They have it, and it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Chase County. So both teams mount a little bit of a drive. Both teams turn it over. Chase County's going to take it over on their own 28-yard line, see if they can get something going. 2:02 remain in the first quarter, all tied up at 0. Carter Librant brings them out in the I formation, split split receiver each side. Carter takes the snap, going to give it to Thomas Reeves, the up back. Thomas got another nice little hole to run through. They stop him up this time at a gain of about 4 or 5, but that's been the Horns' best action so far is just that fullback right up the middle. Let's give Tommy 5 on that. It's going to be 2nd down and 5. Good job by the interior of that Horns offensive line, just getting out there and clearing some space. That was number 55, Tucker Stubbs, on the tackle for Amherst. High formation again. Turn. We're going to give it to Molander this time, and Dawson is stopped up. Boy, there's nothing there for Dawson. And I don't know. I guess the biggest difference is, between when Thomas is carrying and when Dawson is just who they're keying on and where the pursuit is headed. Because with Thomas, there's open running room right up the middle, and for Dawson, boy, every time, as soon as he touches the ball, there's a couple tacklers looking at him. So, I think probably some of the adjustments on that offensive line are starting to become pretty apparent. But hopefully these younger Longhorns will start finding their groove here on the O-line. Now here's a pitch. Dawson going to try it on the outside. He's at the 30, across to about the 35-yard line, and that's going to get us positive yards, about 4 to 5 yards, and it's going to not be near enough for a first down. Going to bring up about 4th down and 4 for Chase County. So it's probably punt time once again. Ball was out of bounds, so the clock is stopped with 46 seconds remaining in this first quarter. It's been a fast-moving first quarter for sure, and it's going to be looks like it's going to be Elo, and he's back deep and for Amherst. Dawson Molander to hit it away from the 35-yard line. Nice punt. It's going to head over here to the right sideline. It's going to be taken right there by number 5, Malik, the freshman, but he runs out of bounds right as he hauls it in, and that's going to be a nice net on that punt for Dawson Molander. It's going to be right on the 20-yard lines where it's going to be spotted, so let's give 30 and 15, 45 yards, no return on that punt for Dawson. And, he's trying to avoid a return, so kicking it towards the sideline, and you want to get it as close to the sideline without going out of bounds as you can, and that's exactly what Dawson did. As Malik went over to retrieve the ball, he had no room to work after he made the catch, and so he went out of bounds, and that's going to flip the field, and Amherst is going to go back to work. It's going to be Hadwiger in that short shotgun. He's got Tesmer and Wick back there with him. Going to take the snap. He's going to fake, and is going to option it out to Wick. Wick turns it upfield, hurdles over one guy, and he's now being tackled, but he drug some tacklers with him. Nice run right there by Wick, and looks like it was that Zach Herbert that finally kind of brought him down. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 4 for Amherst, and that quite likely is going to be the last play of this first quarter. We'll see if Amherst tries to hurry up and get one off. We're at 9-8, and they're still in the huddle. All right, that's going to bring it into the first quarter. No score. It's all tied up at 0-0. We'll be back and see what Amherst can do with their third drive when we return in 1 minute on 102.9 Jack FM.
Like the Chase County Longhorns, Aaron and Michelle at Troxel's Heating and Appliance in Imperial are dedicated to excellence and dedicated to quality, like quality Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Amana, and Maytag appliances. Troxel's can help keep you comfortable, too, with Lennox Home Comfort Systems. Troxel's Heating and Appliance, 12 years in business and proud sponsor of Longhorn Sports.
Go Longhorns! Good luck this season!
Online at Troxel'sHeatingAppliance.com. With Ray Community District Hospital's Infusion Center, there's no need to travel out of town for those intravenous, subcutaneous, and intramuscular therapies, treatments for multiple sclerosis, cancer, and Crohn's disease, as well as blood transfusions. Along with central line and catheter care, Ray Community District Hospital has you covered. For more information or to schedule an appointment, please contact Ray Community District Hospital at 970-332-2397. That's 970-332-2397. Ray Community District Hospital, family medicine with a family touch.
Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 102.9 Jack FM and HighPlainsRadio.net.
All right, we're ready to begin the second quarter. All tied up at 0-0 here. Both teams have moved the ball a little bit, but nobody able to capitalize on anything yet. So, good gain on first down there right before the break by Amherst. So it's going to be a 2nd and 4 as the Broncos take the field here again. See just across the front line right now, MacArthur, Molander, Taryn, and it looks like O'Neal out there. Defensive front for the Horns. Little inside give. Actually kept by the quarterback, and the Horns ought to be used to seeing that. They saw it a lot last week on that little read option, and it's going to be driven out of bounds. Is going to be the quarterback. That was number 4, I believe. That was Hadwiger. Actually didn't necessarily look like him, but it's going to be a nice gain. First down for Amherst all the way up to the Longhorns 44. I need a spotter right now because these Amherst numbers are giving me fits. So I'll do the best I can. Shotgun set here. 2 receivers to the left, 2 backs in the backfield, 1 to the right here with Hadwiger. He's going to turn. He's going to give inside, and that's going to be Tesmer, I believe. And that's going to be a loss. And Tesmer is drugged down for a loss by the Longhorns. Dawson Molander was in there. James MacArthur was in there. Nice job there by Jimmy getting in and shutting that play down. Loss of 2, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 12 for Amherst. A lot of substitutions for Amherst. They're bringing linemen in. They've switched quarterbacks once or twice, different backs. So pretty good variety of looks that they're showing the Longhorns right now. Hadwiger back to the shotgun. He's got a back on each side of him. He's got 2 receivers out to the left. And actually now one of those backs of Wick is going to split out here and play flanker on the right side. Now motion here by Elo. Little option out. Elo, it's on the ground. He's going to see if he can pick it up and run. No, he's just going to have to cover it and made the safe play, which was smart by Nolan Elo. And it's going to be another big loss for Amherst, this time all the way back to the 37-yard line. Probably a loss of about six more yards on that. Let's call it 3rd and 17, maybe even 18 for the Broncos. So let's see what the Broncos do here. Are they going to try to hit something long, or are they going to be a little bit careful with it? We'll find out. 10:30 and counting. No score so far. Be interesting to see on the offensive side of the ball for the Longhorns if they've got some weapons there on the outside with Murray and Anderson and Freeze and Co. and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see, if Amherst continues to, and that's going to be a timeout. Broncos are going to take a timeout. Let's go ahead and take a quick one with them. Let's take a 30-second break, and when we come back, we'll be ready to go again on 3rd and long for Amherst on 102.9 Jack FM.
Living in your community is about living in the moment. It's about the backyard barbecue with friends, the live music that never leaves the heart. It's knowing that everything you'll ever need is right in front of you. No matter where life takes you next, we're the local bank that can help you make the most of it. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 102.9 Jack FM and HighPlainsRadio.net.
So Amherst head coach Farron Klingelhofer has his team over there trying to figure out what their plan is on 3rd and 18 here, 3rd and 17, and for Chase County, just they're gonna be on the lookout for the pass, try to get themselves a little pass rush, and if it happens to be something else, come up and make a tackle and force the punt here. So, Hadwiger back. He's got trip receivers out here to the right, and he's fumbled the snap. Now he's going to pick it up. He's taken off. He's drugged down by the jersey, and that's going to be another big loss. Looked like number 42, Thomas Reeves, got him in the backfield. So Tommy with the sack right there on the bobbled snap, and Hadwiger just didn't have time to get out, and that's going to back the Broncos all the way up to their own 31-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down and, 25 anyway for the 4th and 23 for the Broncos. And it's going to be, looks like Stephen Murray back deep. And they must like this punter because Murray is way back there. And it's going to hit at the 30, 25, and 20. And I feel like the deep back was too far back because that ball could have been caught, and that could have saved the Horns 10 yards of field position. And that's the biggest thing is certainly understand, the tendency to not want to come up and make a catch on a ball that you're not necessarily going to return. But by not coming up and catching that thing, you're given the opportunity for it to bounce, and you're giving up a lot of field position oftentimes. So, and that's exactly what happened. Nice boot right there. So that thing scrimmaged from about the 31 and it came to rest at the 21. So let's give 50 yards right there to the punter. Nice job for Amherst. And now Carter Librant going to bring him under center. He's going to turn. He's got Cade Anderson in motion. Going to give to the up back Reeves, and that time they stopped Thomas up pretty quickly. Maybe a gain of a yard. Going to be about 2nd down and 9. Amherst coaches, as I mentioned, Farron Klingelhofer. He's assisted by Colin Pfeiffer, Jerome Malik, and Vance Jones. For Chase County, head coach Nathan Gaswick. He's assisted by Jeff Gleesberg, Bo McConnell, and Nathan Winslick. 9 minutes to go in this first half. Horns, they did give Reeves about 2 there on the carry, so let's call this 2nd down and 8. Clock winding, not sure. Now the Horns are coming over center. Have himself set, turn, going to give to Molander. Dawson caught. He's trying to get left off tackle, but in there on the stop right away, kind of like a torpedo was what's your number here? Seaman-Ease. 40. I think it was probably Wick, number 40, that got in there. Yeah, it was. Now Molander lost his helmet. He's coming off the field. So going to be Easton Freeze coming in for him. I'm going to just change some positions that way. Reeves comes off the field. So you got Anderson and Murray and Freeze on the field together here on an obvious passing down. 3rd and 7 for Chase County. Carter's going to take it. He's going to roll. Now it's going to be a little screen, a little throwback, and it's incomplete. Man, and when you design a screen, obviously there's certain guys that they're going to let through, but Carter tried to reverse pivot and turn and throw it back here on the screen pass to Easton Freeze, and they were on him so fast he couldn't even get turned. So good job by the Amherst defense to stop the Horns, 3 and out. And now they're going to get the ball back, and it looks like near midfield probably as Fisher and Elo are back deep. Dawson's going to hit it. Let's call this line of scrimmage the 24 of Chase County. Dawson takes it. He hits it. Directional punt over here to the left now, and it goes straight out of bounds. Not much of a punt there for Dawson. It took one hop and went straight out. So Amherst going to take over on the Longhorn 47-yard line. So 23-yard punt for the Longhorns. Doesn't flip the field too much, and going to be prime starting position for Amherst. First time they're going to actually take over in Longhorn territory. Exactly 8 minutes to go in this second quarter. Hadwiger with Tesmer back there, and it's going to be a given. Excuse me, that's Wick, and Wick has it. He's running tough. He's got good yardage. Most of the 10 that Wick needed for the first down, and they are going to give it to him. Yeah, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Longhorn 36 now. Gain of about 11 there for Tesmer. Excuse me, for Wick. Gain of 11 for Wick. 2 receivers to the left, shotgun. Here's Hadwiger again. Takes a snap. He's going to give inside. It's Wick again. Wick has a little bit of a hole, but it closes fast. Nice job there. Wick's going to get a couple on the gain. Really nice tackle. Looking to see who that was. And that was Isaac Strateski coming up from his linebacker spot to make the stop. The sophomore, Strateski, number 32. Second down and 9. Call it 9 for Amherst. Hadwiger, same formation, 2 out to the left, 1 receiver in the backfield back in the backfield. Now he's going to roll out to the right. Looks like he's planning on keeping this. He's ran down from behind. What a play right there. And that was Tyler O'Neill. Tyler got him from behind, just ran him down, tripped him up, and that's going to be a big loss of, man, about 5 for Amherst, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 14. Big play right there by the junior O'Neill. 6:55 and counting in this first half. We are still scoreless here from Chase County High School. Both defenses kind of seem to be controlling things as far as the line of scrimmage. They're getting in and getting penetration pretty well. And now Hadwiger probably going to go to the air, we would guess, right here. He's got 2 receivers out to the left. Takes it. Now he's looking. And now he's pressured. He throws over the middle, and it's caught, but not near first down yardage. Matter of fact, maybe just back to about the original line of scrimmage. Let's call that about a gain of 3 for number 11 on the reception. That was Owen Stokebrand. And Owen did haul it in, but he was hit right away, and it's going to be 4th down and 11. And here's kind of an interesting decision for Amherst with 6 minutes left because, a punt would seemingly really pin the Horns deep, and they haven't moved the ball much. So in that regard, you play field position, but, you're also at a place where, oh my gosh, they're bringing out a field goal unit. This would be a monster. If this is attempted, and then the wind is behind the place kicker, and that is going to be, get you the name of the place kicker, but that's going to be a 53-yard field goal attempt. This is going to be, okay, we're going to have a timeout for Amherst. So Nolan Elo, the kicker, is, if he attempts this from about 53 yards away, this would be the longest field goal attempt that I could ever remember seeing at Chase County by either them or one of their opponents. I don't know that that's that's a fact, but I certainly can't remember anything longer. So if you're Chase County, I feel like you just got to be heads up, make sure that there's no fake, nothing like that going on, and if Elo hits it and can get 53 yards out of it, you just got to tip your cap probably. So 5:43 remaining, and if Amherst comes back out in that field goal formation, we're going to see. The Horns are going to send Luis Coe deep just in case that ball doesn't make it all the way. Now, I don't believe Luis can, in high school ball, I don't think he can field it in the end zone. I think if it's fielded in the end zone, it's an automatic touchback. But if he can catch the ball short of the goal line, good, if they're trusting him to try this. So 53-yarder is back. The hold is down. It's on the way. Boy, that's got a lot of leg. And it is no good, but it was plenty long. That thing cleared and had another 5 yards at least on it. It probably could have been good from 55 yards or better, but it was off to the right. And that little bit of wind it's blowing mostly from the north to south, but it is headed a little bit towards the east where that ball faded off to. So big respect for, the effort there by Elo, but also pretty good field position coming back from the line of scrimmage for Chase County. They're going to take over on their own 37-yard line, 1st and 10, with 5:37 remaining in this first half. Man, he hit that ball. That was pretty to watch. And boy, when it went up, from where we are, obviously we're straight, on the side of it, so we don't get much of a perception of left and right, just how long it was. And when it went up, it was good from a length standpoint the whole way, but faded off to the right, and Horns will take over. Still scoreless. Full backfield back there, Molander, no room once again. And Dawson, he's got to be getting a little bit frustrated with what he's seeing in front of him. And, I would say, some of this, obviously, we're going to have to credit to just, so many new offensive linemen. But a lot of it is just how Amherst defense is scheming the Horns. They are keying on Dawson Molander. They've decided that he's not the guy that's going to get to beat them. Not to say Dawson can't break one, but he has a lot of attention on him right now. 2nd down and 7 after the gain of 3 from their own 40-yard line. Libren under center. And he goes a little hard count, it looks like. Now a count is on. Carter going to take the snap, going to turn, going to give to Dawson, hitting the backfield, thrown down. So all the yards he just gained, they're going to lose back for a loss of about 3, and let's call it 3rd down and 10. I don't know. Some misdirection, some different things to keep the defense off balance are probably going to be what it's going to take for the Horns. But the bigger concern is just the inability of the offensive line to really move that Amherst defensive line. Looks to me like it's going to be an all-night struggle, so the Horns are maybe going to have to try to get outside with a little bit of their speed, and they've tried. They tried with that screen pass last series and stuff, but Carter just didn't have enough time to do anything with it. So here's Carter again, 3rd and 10, going to fake to Dawson. He's going to throw deep. He's got a man out there. It's Luis Coe, and he can't haul it in. Wasn't going to be 1st down yardage anyway. Luis had to go to the ground to try to catch it, and as it bounced out, it maybe would have been a gain of about 6 or 7. It might have been enough to wouldn't even have been enough to make the Longhorns tempted to go for it, I don't think. So falls incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 10. 4:13 remains, still scoreless at 0. Dawson set to punt it again. He got a good one off his first time, 45-yarder, but only 23 net on the last one. So we'll see what Dawson can do here. He takes the snap, and there's okay, the beanbag got thrown, but I don't think they meant that. Now the flag, and it's going to be a illegal procedure on the Horns. That's going to back them up another 5. Not too sure what happened out there, but Horns are going to back up 5, and now on 4th and 15, they're going to try this again. going to be, I believe that's Fisher and Elo back deep for Amherst. No, it's not Elo. Fisher is one of the deep backs. I'll get you the number of the other one. I'm not sure. Now the snap almost gets away from Dawson. Now he's deciding to run it, and he's got some daylight, but I don't think he can get there. No, he doesn't. And I think Dawson had time to punt that. The snap went high, and he had to go up and get it, and he bobbled it. There was really nobody coming. I thought maybe Dawson had time to go ahead and kick that, but he made the decision to run with it, and there just wasn't enough room for him. And so Amherst is going to take over once again in great field position with 4:03 remaining in this second quarter, and they've got it to start on the Horns' 42-yard line. Last time they started on the 47 and weren't able to do anything with it, so they actually ended up with some negative yards there after a bad snap, and then a really nice defensive play by Tyler O'Neill caused a loss of 5. So Hadwiger going to have in the shotgun. He's got 2 backs on each side of him, 2 receivers out to the left. Going to turn. He's going to look. He's got out in the flat to Wick. Wick has it. He's got all kinds of room. Wick turns the field. Great block out there was laid by Elo. And it's going to be a first down, I believe, all the way down to the 30-yard line of Chase County. So let's give that a gain of 12 and a 1st and 10 for Amherst. And that play developed a little slowly with Wick coming out of the backfield, but nobody was covering the flat for Chase County. And so he was 10, 12 yards downfield before he ever got contacted. Hadwiger again. He's going to give inside this time to Wick, to Tesmer, and this time Tesmer is pulled down in the backfield. That was Isaac Strateski with the stop, and that's a big loss of 5. And that's the biggest thing about when you're going from a shotgun set, and there's penetration, and your quarterback or your back is tackled right at the mesh point, is it's going to be a loss of yardage. So loss of a full 5, maybe even a little more than that, brings up second and about 15 for Amherst. Hadwiger going to take it, going to fake inside. Now he's going to give a Wick on a little counter action, and Wick has good yardage. He's across the line of scrimmage, but it looks like we've got flags, and unless that was a face mask, it's probably going to be a hold on Amherst. The flags were thrown right around the ball carrier. I certainly didn't see any kind of a face mask. Leads me to believe that it's going to probably go against Amherst, but let's see what Mr. Freeland has to say. It is a face mask. Somebody must have got it as Wick was coming through. It was thrown in that area that could have been a face mask, where it was right near the ball carrier. But the guy that I saw had him low. But as he was running through, it's just a 5-yarder, so it's not even going to be a first down. But it's going to be second down and oh no, it's going to remain second down. It's going to be second and about 3 now. Hadwiger going to fake. Now he's going to throw a little flat pass out here to Tesmer. That's backwards, I do believe. I think the Horns can run with that, and they do. It's picked up, and James MacArthur is off to the races, and I think that's going to be a Longhorn touchdown. That thing was backwards. It bounced off of Tesmer, and MacArthur has it in. That is. It's going to be a Longhorn touchdown. And it was definitely backwards. But then when it was when the reception wasn't made, it kind of bounced forwards. And I didn't know if anybody was going to blow the whistle, but I think that was the right call by this officiating crew. And the Horns are kind of unexpected, but all of a sudden they're up 6-0 and take the early lead with 2:48 remaining in the second quarter. James MacArthur with the scoop and score from about 65 yards away, and the Longhorns have the 6-0 lead, and now MacArthur is going to be on for the extra point. Hold going to be put down by Luis Coe. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is through there. It's good, and Chase County all of a sudden takes the 7-0 lead. We'll be back in 1 minute on 102.9 Jack FM.
Crew at Adams Lumber would like to wish the Longhorns the best of luck in tonight's game. When you stop by Adams Lumber in Imperial, you will see everything you'd expect in a hardware store, but you will also find an amazing design center to make sure you get exactly what you want for any project you are undertaking. Did you know that Adams Lumber has 2 full-scale lumber yards, their very own ready-mix plant, and a landscaping facility? Adams Lumber and Your Best Hardware. If you need it, they have it. Good luck, Longhorns.
Ah, yes, you can smell it in the air. Friday night Longhorn football and crops getting ready to be harvested. This is Andre with Trinidad Venom, and being a Longhorn football alumni, I know what it takes to work hard and help produce a winning season. At Trinidad Venom, we have worked hard to become a leading marketer and advocate for dry edible beans. Learn more about us at trinidadvenom.com. We're proud supporters of Longhorn sports.
Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 102.9 Jack FM and HighPlainsRadio.net.
Horns take the lead. MacArthur kicks it away. It's going to bounce. It's going to take a Longhorn bounce. They're going to pick up the kick, and that's going to be number 10. That's going to be Stephen Murray, and he nearly scores. Now I don't know if you can advance that or not, but the Horns are going to have possession of this ball. Free ball on the kickoff. I was thinking on a kickoff you could advance it. I know on a punt, a muff punt, it can't be advanced, but I think the Horns can advance this ball, and they will. It's going to be 1st and goal Longhorns. That ball hit at the 25 and just checked up and took a pitching wedge bounce straight backwards for MacArthur right into the hands of Stephen Murray, who was hustling down the field. Murray picked it up and ran it. It's going to be Horns' ball, and the question right now is whether it's going to be where Murray picked it up or where he got the return to. And so now they are going to say that it can't be advanced by the Longhorns, and that sounds right. So the Horns get the ball where Murray picked it up, and so they threw the beanbag down here. Still a big break for the Longhorns with 2 minutes 43 seconds left in this half. They're going to put the line of scrimmage at the 28-yard line of the Broncos, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for Chase County. So let's see if they can ride this momentum into halftime. Appreciate all you listening out there. Got some texts from some big-time Longhorn fans. I see one person in particular in Kearney cheering for the quarterback, Carter Librant. Good to have you with us tonight. Carter takes it, going to give it to Dawson, and once again Dawson swallowed up, lost about one or two. And I'm losing faith that, and I know obviously that's the offense. Coach Gaswick has to keep going to his plays and seeing what they can get developed. But boy, Amherst has the answer for Dawson right now, and there's just 2-3 tacklers waiting for him to get the ball most of the time here. So 2:17, 2:16 and counting. Second down, and let's call it 13 for Chase County. Horns are checking their wristbands. Plenty of time. They don't have to get in any kind of hurry. Amherst does have 2 timeouts left if they start thinking about using them. Carter's going to turn. He's going to keep it himself, and he's brought down. Loss of another 5, and I'm not sure there's a flag out here, so that's going to stop it. Almost makes you think it almost have to be a hold, unless there was once again, yep, it's going to be a hold on Chase County. I'm assuming that the Broncos are going to refuse this penalty. But with the field position being what it is, and the penalty happening in the backfield, it might be a loss of 12, 13 yards. No, they're signaling they're going to decline it. So penalty is going to be refused, but it's going to be 3rd and very, very long for Chase County. 3rd and about 17, 18 for the Longhorns. And here, you'd like to see Carter be able to try to get a throw off, but he's got to have some time. He's got to be kept clean and protected by his O-line here in order to find one of those weapons outside in Freeze or Anderson. And Carter is going to drop back, and he's got some time. Goes over the middle, nobody there. He had to get rid of it, and it was in the direction of Freeze, but Freeze was headed down the field, and this ball was thrown to the inside, so it's going to be 4th down. So it would appear the Horns are not going to be able to do anything with that big break on the kickoff that was recovered, where it's going to be 4th down here in about 18. But after the Mullender punt here, we should see pretty good opportunity for the Horns to pin Amherst deep with 1.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Horns lead at 7-0. Dawson, plenty of time, boots it away. Going to be kind of cleared out, and it's going to be downed right there by Tucker Mullender at right about the 10-yard line. So good job by Tucker hustling down. That's just going to be about 26 yards on the punt, but that's okay. That pins them inside the 10. Good job by Dawson getting the single bounce, and by little brother getting it downed right there. The freshman able to hustle down the field as the bullet man and touched the ball dead. So with 1:27 left, Amherst takes over. As I mentioned, they have 2 timeouts left. We haven't seen them do much through the air. Any passing yards that they have has been just a little swing pass and stuff so far. They did have that 3-yard gainer to Stokey Brand a little bit earlier. But let's see what Hadwiger has in store. He's got 5 receivers all out wide. There's some pressure. He's going to go outside, and it's over the hands kind of between the wickets there of number 3, Elo. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Elo he was open, but he didn't look like, unless he was going to be able to shed a tackler or two, didn't have a whole lot of room to work. It might have been a 7-8 yard gain. Horns are going to give the Broncos that short intermediate route right now in order to protect the length of the football field with only 1:23 left in the half. 2nd and 10. Now, if the Horns could get in there and get some penetration and maybe get a sack or something, might see Coach Gaswick go into his bag and use a couple of his timeouts to try to get the ball back. Hadwiger's going to take it, straight drop, 5 receivers in the pattern. He's being chased. Now he's got a man inside. It's number 22, and he is going to have pretty close to first down yardage. Finally pushed out of bounds right there by Strateski. Catch made there by Ben McGee. And McGee's got 9. He's got, 9 of the 10 that he needed. Out of bounds, though, so the clock will stop. So 3rd down and 1 for Amherst. This is where, in my opinion, you got to be careful if you're the Longhorns, because you have to guard against the pass play. But on 3rd and 1, it's likely Amherst is going to run the ball, and so you've got to make sure that you come up and make a sure tackle. Don't want to see them break a run play here. Trip receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back in the backfield with Hadwiger. And we're going to get a timeout, Amherst. So let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. And when we come back, Amherst will have 1 timeout remaining, and they have a big 3rd and 1 from their own 18-yard line. Be back in 30 seconds on 102.9 Jack FM.
Memorial Hospital. Complete enrollment for a chance to win a new bike. Speak with us to get started. Fill out an application and return with the needed documents. If needed, we are available to help fill out applications. Applications are available in the Melissa Memorial Hospital front lobby by the bike, by the admission desk, in the clinic, and with Melissa Memorial Hospital patient financial counselor. Accepted or denied, you are entered for a chance to win either a girls or boys bike. If you are denied, you may be eligible for financial assistance. The event begins now and continues until September 1st, 2022. For any questions, contact us at 970-854-2241.
Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 102.9 Jack FM and highplainsradio.net.
All right, we're back. 3rd down and 1. Amherst Broncos at their own 18-yard line, but they have some options here. They can try to run this ball and just get the first down and keep the drive alive. They still have that threat to go deep. They've got 2 receivers out to the left, 1 over here to the right, 1 back in the backfield with Hadwiger. And now a little bit of stoppage. And it's going to be an official's timeout. And I'm not exactly sure what we're looking at here. Are we going to measure? Now the officials have decided that they want to measure this thing. So this could have an impact on the play call and really on how the Horns choose to defend this, because it would be awfully tempting to, on 3rd and 1 to crowd the line and try to get the stop and get the ball back here, whereas on 1st down you're going to drop back more into your prevent type defense. It is going to be just inches short. Really though, and this is probably going to sound like a silly statement, but when you've got your quarterback in the shotgun, the difference between a foot, 2 feet, and a few inches is negligible, because the threat of that just quarterback sneak isn't there. That's where that just 3rd and inches. And now are they going to bring? Yeah, they are going to bring Elo up in under center, and he is going to take the snap, and he is going to run the quarterback sneak, and he is going to have it. So you see teams, make, and excuse me, that was Riley Fisher that came in and took that snap. I believe I said Elo. It was Riley Fisher. Got the first down, and now Hadwiger back in there. 1:04 and counting. And here we go. Hadwiger going to take the snap. He's looking, got all kinds of time. all kinds of time. Now the pressure gets there, and he throws it, and it goes out of bounds. Sean Heerman was the closest man to it. Good pursuit there by Thomas Reeves as he took Hadwiger out of bounds right as he released the football. Hadwiger waited till the last minute to try to find a man, but the Horns had everything covered up pretty well. Now we're under a minute, 54 seconds remain, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Horns lead at 7-0 on that big scooping score by James MacArthur. That's been the only scoring so far tonight. Hadwiger now, empty backfield, 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. He's got everybody out on patterns. He's going to throw that same route in here, and there's a flag inside. That's going to be a hold, going to be probably refused by the Longhorns. It will stop the clock temporarily here with 45 seconds left. Elo was the man on the reception, and Elo's going to have, well, now, not sure why we're picking the ball up. They were told don't pick it up. It is holding. Not sure what Coach Gaswick is going to do here. Going to take it. So they're going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage. So it should be second. Well, evidently the hold happened. Yeah, they're going to back it up. It's going to be 2nd and 20. Clock says 22, but I would think that from where that hold was flagged, that it should be from the line of scrimmage. But clock running now. Amherst doesn't seem to be overly worried about that, so makes you believe that maybe they're not going to take too many more shots. Maybe one more time down the field. 30 seconds left in this first half. Hadwiger going to take it. He's going to run option. He's going to turn it up. He's tackled. Nice job right there. Who was that got penetration? Was that Strateski again? Sean Heerman. Sean Heerman got in there and got him. And now with 15 seconds left, be surprised to see the Broncos on 3rd and 22 run another play. You didn't know maybe if Coach Gaswick would take one and try to force the play and for them to punt again, but they have a pretty good punting game. So that's going to do it. It's going to bring us to the end of the first half. It's going to be Chase County 7, Amherst 0. Kind of a funny first half to try to really describe. Early on, both teams seemed to move the ball a little bit. The Horns took it and moved it right down the field on their first offensive possession. Got inside the 20 and then got stopped up for us on a 3rd and long where Carter was picked off, and Amherst brought it back to about midfield, and then they mounted a drive. They fumbled it away. Horns got it back, and both of those scoring drives were kind of thwarted. And really, since then, to be pretty fair, neither team has moved the ball extremely well. I would say that since those first several drives, Amherst probably has moved the ball a little bit better than the Longhorns, but really hasn't threatened to score. They did get inside the 20, I believe, one time, but that's when they turned it over. So for Chase County, it's going to be, I think, to me, their biggest thing right now is going to be to get in the locker room and figure out how are we going to move the football against this team. They are going to start the half with the football, so that's going to be the big question for your Longhorns is what are we going to have to do? What adjustments are we going to make? Whether it be how we're getting the ball to Dawson Molander as far as maybe getting him outside or getting him on some counters and stuff like that, or are we going to have to go, and get to some other options? Obviously Thomas has had a few cracks at it, but on the outside, Cade Anderson had that one nice reception and made a play, but could they maybe get that thing spread around, to Stephen Murray, Easton Freeze, Luis Coe, and some of these guys? So lots for the coaches to talk about on both sides, and we've got about 15 minutes here of halftime. So let's go ahead and take about a 4-minute break, and when we come back after about 4 minutes, we'll recap that first half one more time, and then we will get you ready for second half kickoff when we come back. Appreciate everybody that's out there listening. It sounds like the live stream and the audio are synced and working, and we're very, very pleased to hear that. So really, Longhorn fans ought to be able to expect that going forward here from home games, is that you should be able to listen to KADL, and if you don't want to listen to it, turn the sound down and get the live stream right here from our huddle camera on the field. So should be the best of both worlds as far as video and audio if we can keep that going for you. And I want to give a big thanks to our tech coordinator Jeff Einspire, who was out here during the day today. We came out in the morning and looked over everything and tried to figure out how exactly we were going to make this work. And then our boss, Mark Melzer, back in Holyoke for the radio station, Mark kind of gave us a couple ideas of what we could try, and we went into the school, found some of the right equipment, and voila, you've got audio on your live stream on Longhorn football. So let's take that 4-minute break, and when we come back, we will talk about the first half and get you ready for second half action right here on 102.9 KADL.
At Waypoint Bank, our lending decisions are made locally. What does that mean to you? Well, we make quick decisions. It also means when you deal with a family-owned bank like Waypoint, you aren't just a number. We proudly offer personalized care with a story of strong values. At Waypoint Bank, we've been providing financial assistance and guidance since 1883. Our word is our bond and has been for all these years. It's called relationship banking. Nothing new, just something we do at Waypoint Bank. Waypoint Bank, guiding your success and invested in your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's Travis at Bonanza Ford & Ray. Keeping up with today's market is something we're paying close attention to. If you're asking yourself, is this a good time to trade, or is it better to look at new or used? These are the questions our staff can answer. Our goal is to help you make the best choices for your needs and get you in the vehicle you love. Visit us online at bonanzafordofray.com or stop by and see us off of Adams Street in Ray.
Allo means business. Allo means local business. Allo means big business. Allo means small business. No matter your business, if you need reliable phone and internet connectivity, you need Allo. Local service and same-day dispatch. Free installation. Symmetrical upload and download speeds. If your business relies on communication, rely on Allo. Allo means business. Visit allofiber.com/business.
Don't forget, you can use your Adams Bank and Trust debit card with a mobile wallet like Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, or Google Pay. This is Melanie Dehart, Vice President of Retail Banking. It's now easier than ever to add a mobile wallet with one-click verification, all within the Adams Bank and Trust mobile app. So all you need is your phone to pay securely wherever summer takes you. Adams Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Message and data rates may apply. Some restrictions may apply.
The Specialty Clinic at the Chase County Community Hospital is excited to spotlight Dr. Lawrence Davis, who is our board-certified general surgeon. For Dr. Davis, his patients' needs are always his first priority in every decision about their health care. He builds trust by always being open and honest and providing the most accurate information possible about his patients' conditions and diagnoses. For more information about the types of surgeries that Dr. Davis performs or to schedule an appointment, please call our Specialty Clinic at 882-7256. We at Chase County Community Hospital and Clinics are committed to becoming your trusted healthcare home.
In search of a new or used vehicle? Come visit us at Imperial Country Ford. We have the vehicles to fit your needs, whether it's a pickup you're looking for, SUVs, or cars. Don't forget about our service department. Our Ford-certified technicians can keep your vehicle running right. We are your one-stop shop. Give us a call, 308-882-4323, or visit us on the web, ImperialNECountryFord.com. Good luck to the Longhorn sports teams from all of us at Imperial Country Ford. Just like the Chase County Longhorns, Aaron and Michelle at Troxel's Heating and Appliance in Imperial are dedicated to excellence and dedicated to quality, like quality Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Amana, and Maytag appliances. Troxel's can help keep you comfortable, too, with Lennox Home Comfort Systems. Troxel's Heating and Appliance, 12 years in business and proud sponsor of Longhorn Sports.
Go Longhorns! Good luck this season.
Online at Troxel'sHeatingandAppliance.com.
There's a place that's shaped by more than county lines and state borders. It's a place we call home, where moments are shared, where communities are strengthened, and life's special memories happen right here. No matter what home is to you, we're the local bank that can help you make the most of it, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 102.9 Jack FM and HighPlainsRadio.net.
All right, we're back here at Chase County High School, and it's Chase County Longhorns 7 and the Amherst Broncos 0. And really, just talking to a couple guys up here in the booth, neither team really seems to have the answers offensively. Both teams are, the Broncos are loading up against the Longhorns off tackle and off guard run plays, and just really getting into the backfield and seem to really be keying on tailback, I-back, Dawson Molander. Thomas Reeves has had a little more room to run, but even Thomas's last 3 or 4 carries have not gone for much, and so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what adjustments Coach Gaswick makes there with his offense to try to, maybe mix things up, or maybe it's going to be just an adjustment of how they're trying to block that thing, or trying to, keep Amherst at bay and off balance with some different counters and different things like that. So, and then on the Amherst side, we've seen a variety of things that they've done, but I wouldn't say anything that they've been able to sustain. We really haven't seen Amherst go downfield with the pass much, and so if the Horns can continue to get some penetration, and really, I would say one thing that's hurt Amherst a lot is really on every offensive series they've run into a negative play here or there where the Horns have been able to get into their backfield and tackle the Broncos for loss. So both teams trying to feel their way. This is not I was thinking it was, but it is not a district game, but it is a game within Class C1, and so is an important one for both teams. For Amherst, they're hunting that first win, and for Chase County, they're looking to get back on top of that 1-1 record and move back into a winning record of 2-1. And for Chase County, it'd be getting through this thing minus some bodies, because you'd have to think that at the very least, a week from now, Jesus Medina should be more ready to play on that offensive line, and hopefully, and you never know with certain type of injuries, but hopefully Jensen Olsen maybe could be getting ready to get back to action as well. So we'll just have to see how the recovery goes for those guys. But as we said, Jarrett Peterson, we won't see him again this year as far as we know. And so kind of a big blow for the Longhorns. But like we talk about, always an opportunity for the next man up to jump up there and to make begin to make plays and kind of make their way into playing time for the Longhorns. So that's going to be something to monitor here in the second half. Is can the offensive line come back and maybe just be a little bit more effective right there at the point of attack, right where their original blocks are being executed. Can they hold a little bit of ground? Can they get Dawson a little bit of a crease to get through at some point? Can they get Thomas a little bit of quick hitting space to get through? Because I think both those backs with their speed are going to and power are going to have some opportunities if they can just get a little bit of room in there. So just according to the first half, I would think that Chase County is going to receive the kick when they come back out here in the third quarter, and so should have an opportunity to do the first, strike the first blow in the second half. And I would say, the way this thing is going, and there's a lot of time left. There's 24 minutes left in this game, but the way it's going, one would have to think that if Chase County can get another score on the board before the Broncos can get one, that's going to be a lead that's going to be pretty hard to, going to be a pretty big chore for the Broncos to overcome, just from what we've seen so far, for them to put 2 scores together. But as we know, all it takes is a big turnover, like the one picked up and returned for a touchdown by James MacArthur in the first half for the Longhorns, to really flip a game. So Horns defense is going to have to just keep doing its work, and the Horns offense is going to have to find a few answers. And if they can do that, should have a pretty good opportunity here in this second half to move this season record to 2-1, get back on the winning side of things. Man, it's cool out there. It's definitely, I see blankets, sweatshirts, and they are a welcome sight with the weather we've had around here. However, no rain yet. We're gonna pray for some, because that's the one real big missing thing. Now that we have some cool weather, it just looked 59 degrees here in Imperial. Now if we could just get right after this game is over, right after everybody leaves, let's go ahead and have it open up and start raining a little bit too. So, all right, about 3 minutes left on the clock, and then we'll have the 3-minute warm-up period. So let's just go ahead and take a 3-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll have you ready for second half kickoff. So let's give our sponsors 3 minutes to talk to you, and we'll be back in 3 minutes on 102.9 Jack FM.
Is your locally owned Benjamin Moore Realtor in Imperial and Grant. Benjamin Moore paints
Okay,
offer the
if
best
you can hear me
quality
during
paints.
this commercial
They are durable and
on
stand
the
up to
live
outside
feed,
weather
please let me
conditions
know.
and indoor cleaning.
I don't know
With
if I'm
Adams
still
Lumber Design Center and
hot
Benjamin
on the huddle
Moore's
cam right
amazing
now,
color catalog,
or not.
choosing just the right shade for your home
Listening
is
to the live
guaranteed
stream
to
and
be
you
a
can
hit.
hear me?
The crew at Adams Lumber would like to wish
Let me know.
all area
Thanks.
students and athletes the best of luck this school year. Adams Lumber and Do It Best Hardware, if you need it, they have it.
Ah, yes, you can smell it in the air. Friday night Longhorn football and crops getting ready to be harvested. This is Andre with Trinidad Benham, and being a Longhorn football alumni, I know what it takes to work hard and help produce a winning season. At Trinidad Benham, we have worked hard to become a leading marketer and advocate for dry edible beans. Learn more about us at TrinidadBenham.com. We're proud supporters of Longhorn sports.
At the Family Practice of Holyoke, our doctors and nurses take the time to get to know you and your family, which makes you a member of our family. The Family Practice of Holyoke is where you get great care to fit your busy life. Call 970-854-2500 today to schedule an appointment.
At Waypoint Bank, our lending decisions are made locally. What does that mean to you? Well, we make quick decisions. It also means when you deal with a family-owned bank like Waypoint, you aren't just a number. We proudly offer personalized care with a story of strong values. At Waypoint Bank, we've been providing financial assistance and guidance since 1883. Our word is our bond and has been for all these years. It's called relationship banking. Nothing new, just something we do at Waypoint Bank. Waypoint Bank, guiding your success and invested in your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Have you ever seen a banner from one of the online car guys hanging at the baseball field? Are they involved in the county fair? Do they support our 4-H or FFA? It's Travis at Bonanza Ford and Ray. We can't tell you where to shop for your next vehicle, but we can tell you our philosophy when it comes to running a small-town dealership. We take part in as many community events and fundraisers as we can, and we love doing business in a small town. We sure enjoy the opportunity to work with you. We are Bonanza Ford and Ray.
At Allo, we think you deserve the fiber things in life, like binging your favorite TV shows and movies buffer-free, next-level, lag-free gaming, and video calls without frozen faces. So say goodbye to lag and buffering and hello to super-fast fiber internet with dedicated 24/7 support for total peace of mind. Plus, no hidden fees, no expiration dates, and no contracts, ever. From dependable service to exceptional support, experience the fiber things with Allo. Go to allofiber.com/fiberthings and switch today.
Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 102.9 Jack FM and HighPlainsRadio.net.
All right, back here, Chase County High School. We're just about 2.5 minutes from kickoff in the second half. Doing some experimenting here during that commercial break, just trying to find out if I'm trying to learn exactly what's happening, and I believe that my mic is still hot to the live feed while we're at commercial on the radio station. So we'll bear that in mind. And so if you hear me mumbling and stuff when you don't think that we're on the air, that's because we're at a commercial and I'm in between. So getting used to this new system. So 7-0, Longhorns lead it, and I do believe they will be receiving the kickoff here to begin the second half. And officials are back on the field talking to the captains. I'm trying to get a lamp plugged in here. Hey, all right. Thank our sponsors once again. I know you've been hearing their ads as periodically as the game has gone, but really like to thank Allo, Adams Bank and Trust, Imperial Country Ford, Chase County Community Hospital and Clinics, Troxel's Heating and Appliance, Pinnacle Bank, Adams Lumber Company, Ray Community District Hospital, Trinidad Benham, Imperial Credit Union, Melissa Memorial Hospital, Waypoint Bank, and Bonanza Ford of Ray. So thank you, big thank you to all of those sponsors that are helping us bring you Chase County Longhorn football. Special teams coach Jeff Gleesberg has them huddled up by the sideline here, getting the horns ready for second half play. Looks like Amherst is going to, and this will be Amherst's first kickoff. And when we saw the leg of Nolan Elo in the on that 53-yard field goal attempt, I'm gonna guess that Elo's he's gonna be kicking this into the wind. But I would not be surprised if he doesn't threaten to put this thing into the end zone with what we saw before. Now, it's a pretty stiff wind blowing at him, so it may hang it up. But Elo's going to kick it off. Broncos moving south to north to start the second half. Longhorns will take it, moving north to south. So, sounds like a mixed bag. Some people were getting the commercials on the live feed, and some were getting the microphone. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that and try to figure out what we're doing. So Elo's got them lined up. Elo's got them lined up and ready to go. A little bit of a delay here. Clock is set at 12 minutes, so we seem ready to go. Stephen Murray and looks like James MacArthur back deep to return it for the Horns. The white hat, Mr. Chris Freeland, signals the ball ready for play here in just a second, and he's done it. And here we go. Second half action. On the way, Elo approaches it. He hits it. And it's high, but it's going to be returnable by MacArthur. He takes it at the 10. Jimmy has the 15, and now a missed block right there at the 15. Boy, there was an opportunity for MacArthur to get out here to the right side. There was a little bit of a wall forming, but a couple missed blocks right there at the point of first contact. Where I think if James could have got outside of that wall, there might have been some room to run. But blocking is going to have to probably just be a little bit better than that in order for him to get there and get that good return. So here we go. Horns over it. 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Libran under center. I formation. Takes the snap. Going to give it to Molander. Dawson going to break it outside. Got a little bit of space, and that's probably what we're going to need to see is Dawson stretching these plays out a little bit because there's men waiting for him right there in the hole where he's headed. But that time Dawson was able to use his speed, stretch it outside, get at least 4 on that thing, and he's going to bring up 2nd down and about 6. Close to 5 yards there, 5.5. Probably got 4.5 to 5. Dawson did. Now Dawson, did he lose a shoe? He's running off the field holding something. I think he might have lost a shoe. Yeah, he did. So going to be MacArthur replacing him here for this play. And now the Horns, looking at looks like they switched their play. That might have been because Molander went out. Motion by Coe over here to the left side. Going to give it to Reeves up the middle. Thomas has got a couple. They stacked up. Big number 66, Wyatt Anderson leading the way for the Broncos on the tackle, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. So Horns, the first time they got the ball in the first half, they sustained a drive. They rushed for a couple first downs, then had that 30-yard pass play that got them down inside the red zone, and it looked like, boy, the offense was really flowing. And really since then, there hasn't been a ton working. So let's see if the Horns can find something here on 3rd and 4 and keep this first drive. It's going to be a pitch to Molander. He's looking, but, man, the pursuit is there. He's going to lose a bunch of yards on that. Going to lose 3. There's just no blocking out there. I certainly want to give credit to the Broncos. They're making the plays out there, and they're making it tough sledding out there. That Brody Bogard was out there in the middle of the action right there on that stop. Looks like Malik and Elo deep for the Broncos. Dawson Molander set to kick it away. Going to scrimmage from about the 26-yard line. Dawson has it. He hits it, and it's going to be high, and it's not going to go very far. We'll see what kind of bounce he gets. Going to hit just across midfield. Not terrible. 26, it's going to go out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. So let's give it 24 and 6, about 30 yards. 30 yards on the punt, no return. And Amherst going to have pretty good field position here to start the second half at their own 44-yard line. Do not know what Chase County is going to have to do on offense, but it's something's going to have to give here because you're asking a lot of your defense to just continue to make stops time after time after time, and it's been your defense that put the only 7 points on the board. So here we go. Hadwiger under center this time, and so that's probably Fisher, and it is. If it's under center, you're probably going to be Fisher. He hands it to Tesmer, number 30. Tesmer's going to have a nice gain. Going to be a gain of 7 for the junior running back, Jesse Tesmer. And it looks like Fisher's going to stay in the game. So Riley Fisher, maybe Coach Klingelhofer's maybe thinking he's going to go to more of a ground game here and go with his running quarterback and get back up under center. So Fisher in the I formation now. Turns, and he's going to give to his deep back. Big hole there, and it's going to be Tesmer again. Tristan Jablonski comes up and makes the play to save the touchdown, really. It's going to be a gain of another 8 or 9. Actually, it's going to be from where Jablonski got drug, it's going to be a gain of about 11. It's going to be 1st and 10 Amherst on the 36-yard line. So in these first 3-4 minutes of the first half, advantage Broncos, or second half, excuse me, advantage Broncos. They got the 3-and-out stop, and now they've got big yards on their first 2 plays. Now this is going to be Fisher again, under center, turns. He's going to give to Tesmer. This time Tesmer's hit right at the line, maybe got the line of scrimmage, might even have lost a half yard. Ball came free, but it's called down, so let's call it second down, and let's just call it 2nd and 10 again. Good job by the interior of that line. I believe that was big Zach Tarrin that got in there and made that stop, the big sophomore. Not a huge amount of size on this Longhorn D-line. You take Jensen Olsen out of there, you take Jarrett Peterson out of there, and you get a lot smaller, a lot faster. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, I formation. Fisher turns, going to give it to Tesmer again. Caught in the backfield again. Tackle ends up being made by Sean Heerman, but the disruption was made by, was that Thomas? Nope, that was Zach Tarrin again. Zach in there, and he kind of turned Tesmer. Tesmer couldn't go where he wanted, had to turn back inside and ran right into the arms of the tackler, Heerman, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. So good job by the Horns now. So let's see if Amherst goes with Hadwiger. They're going to stay with Fisher here, so they're going to stay with that I formation run game. Now Fisher's going to fake. He's going to throw, but he's got pressure coming from MacArthur. Throws it just back to the line of scrimmage. Even if it's caught, it is a catch. It's going to be a gain of about a yard, maybe 2, and let's call it 4th and 9 for Amherst. Now, with the wind at their face, you know, I don't think the field goal is probably a real viable option here. So I'm going to say that the Broncos are probably going to go for this. If they wanted to try to punt and pin the Horns, no more than the Horns have moved the ball, that might be an option too. But let's see what they come up with. I saw Hadwiger back in the game, so Hadwiger back at QB. Nope, he's actually going to go out and run a route. So Fisher will stay at QB. Hadwiger comes into the slot. So we got receivers in motion. Fisher drops back. Now he's going to keep it. Now he's going to throw, and it's over Hadwiger's head, incomplete, and the Horns are going to take over on downs. So, man, we see Amherst using their athletes in a variety of ways, and I like what they did there, the adjustment they made to begin that drive by bringing Fisher, their running quarterback, it would appear in and going under center, but after a couple plays, the Horns kind of caught on to it, and they made the stop, and they get the ball back, going to be on their own 36-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10. Chase County just needs to break something. They need something big to happen here on offense. Take some of the pressure off of this game. I formation. Carter takes it, going to fake. He's looking deep. He's got Cade Anderson out there. Cade's wide open, makes the catch. He's popped, but he holds on. Great job by Cade Anderson. 1st down at the 35-yard line. Nice ball right there by Carter Librant. And so the 36, that's 14, and another 15. 31-yard gain for Chase County, and that's what they needed. They've got to keep that defense loose and take the top off just a little bit. And that's exactly what they did with that 1st down completion. And, boy, Cade, big credit to him. He was just sort of a sit and duck as he went up for that ball, and he got hit on both sides, but he held on. And the senior has about 60 yards receiving on 2 catches tonight. And that one was a big one. 6.5 minutes remain, 3rd quarter. Horns lead at 7-0. 1st and 10. Little inside give to Coe. There was a little more room for that play that time. That's that little counter inside. And what I like here, even though that only went about 2.5, 3 yards, I like that Coach Gaswick, he's doing everything but just turn and give to Dawson and Thomas. And that should work to open things up here for this Longhorn offense a little bit. So 2nd down and 7 for Chase County. They've got it at the Amherst 32. Anderson out here to the left. Easton Freeze to the to the right, and it's going to be turned, given to Dawson. Dawson's got a hole. He's got the 20, and he's brought down right there at the 20. Pretty good tackle made coming off of the block right there by Elo, but big gain for Dawson, 12 yards. He's going to call the going to call it the 21-yard line. So big gain for Dawson. Give him 11 on that carry. Horns not quite to the red zone yet. First down and 10 from the Bronco 21-yard line. This thing needs to end in a touchdown. Be huge right here. Carter brings him to the line. I formation. Turns. Going to give it to Thomas. Thomas has a hole. And he's got yardage right up the middle. Tommy Reeves with a gain of 6 or 7. Let's call it 7, and it's going to be 2nd down and 3 for Chase County. They are into the red zone. Down to the 14-yard line of the Broncos. Good drive by the Horns now. No stalling. Keep it going. 5 minutes remain, third quarter. Chase County leads at 7-0 on a defensive score by James MacArthur, a scoop and score in the second quarter. No offense has been inside the 10-yard line yet, and this is the Horns' chance right here. Carter takes it, going to give to Dawson. Dawson's going to spring it out wide. That time they were waiting for him. No gain, I don't think, on that, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 3. This may be a situation where you go Thomas 2 times and just see, can he keep his legs churning and just fall forward. And it's going to be a loss of a yard on that. Let's call it 3rd and 4. Thought he got back to the line of scrimmage, but looking like a little bit of a loss of yardage here. Play being signaled in by the coaches. Horns are in the red zone. Need to pay one of these off here. 2-score lead, as I said, would be huge in this game tonight. No more than the offenses are moving the ball. Carter going to turn. He's faking. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be Stephen Murray, and he gets knocked over by his own man. Holy cow. Stephen was going to get a first down and go, and his blocker that was out there, when they both turned, they ran into each other. Think they're going to give him the reception? Oh, man, that was unfortunate because Stephen had a bunch of room out there. Nice play call. Carter just kind of turned left and then reversed and threw it back to Stephen here on the right, and he had Zach Tarrin pulling out there, but when Stephen went to turn to cut it upfield, Zach was coming across his face to throw a block, and they ran into each other. So now going to be a field goal attempt for James MacArthur. He's got the wind at his back. Jimmy going to try to hit it. This is going to be a 29-yard attempt. Luis Coe is going to have the hold. Little angle on this, so James is going to have to hit it to the left a little. The kick is up, and I think it's good. James MacArthur got it. And, hey, I said a 2-score lead. It was going to be big, and I think that's big. 10-0, the Horns lead. And I'm going to be honest with you. After watching everything, if I thought one of these teams was going to post a field goal, I would have guessed that it was going to be the Broncos. But that field goal puts the Horns up 10-0 with 3:39 remaining in the third quarter. Let's take a 30-second break. When we come back, we'll see what the defense, if they can continue to hold on 102.9 Jack FM.
Flexibility and peace of mind as you shop this summer. All you need is your smartphone and the Adams Bank & Trust mobile app. This is Melanie Dehart, Vice President of Retail Banking. You can easily manage your Adams Bank & Trust debit card by clicking My Cards in your mobile app. Turn your card on and off, set spending limits, see your card information for online purchases and more for secure, convenient purchases wherever summer takes you. Adams Bank & Trust, member FDIC. Message and data rates may apply. Some restrictions may apply.
Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 102.9 Jack FM and HighPlainsRadio.net.
Horns lead at 10-0 after the 29-yard field goal by James MacArthur. 3:39 remaining, third quarter. James set to kick it away. Fisher, one of the deep backs over here for the Broncos, and it's going to go to, actually that is Malik, I believe, and he takes it, and man, it's covered up well. The Horns are all over it, and Amherst is going to start this possession inside their own 10-yard line. Wind was behind James MacArthur, and he had a nice kick, and as I believe that was Malik, tried to take off and get to the left sideline. He was hauled in. Not exactly sure who made that play, but it was a nice play. Might have been Zach Herbert that made that stop. And Amherst has a ways to go. First down and 10 from their own 8-yard line. Looks like it's Fisher back under center, I formation. Turns. He's going to give to Tesmer, and Tesmer has a hole, and that's a nice gain by Tesmer. He got off the right side, just right off tackle, and got himself about 12. about the 19-yard line, called a gain of 11, first down and 10. So good first down play for the Broncos. Clock running. We're under 3.5 minutes remaining. Third quarter. Chase County just increased their lead to 10-0. Fisher again, 2 receivers to the left, I formation, going to turn, going to give to Tesmer. Tesmer has a little hole. This time he stopped up. Good job right there. That looked like that was Tyler O'Neill led the way for the Longhorn tacklers. But Tesmer fell forward for more than I thought. Probably give him 4 on that. Let's call it 2nd down and 6. Tell it's a little bit cool out there. Everybody huddled up. See lots of blankets, lots of sweatshirts and stuff. Fall maybe has arrived. Fisher going to turn. He's going to keep it himself off the left side. This is a designed keep and looked like a block in the back, but they're not going to. Yep, they are going to come in with it. The side judge right here probably didn't have a great angle, and that block in the back kind of happened right in front of him. But I think he might have been watching more the ball carrier, so the back judge came in with a flag, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get a block in the back. It really wasn't big contact, but I think it changed the route of the Longhorn tackler to the point where it took him out of position. So it is signaled block in the back. Now, I thought the penalty happened a lot further back than where they're marking it off from, but the Horns will take it no matter what. Still going to be 2nd down, and actually there's going to be positive yards on the play because evidently that block in the back, that 10-yard penalty happened about 12 yards down the field. So let's call it 2nd and 4. So it is a positive gain, and it's 2nd down over for the Broncos, but a little bit of a break for the Horns there. Now turn, give to Tesmer from the I formation again. This time he stopped up. Certainly no first down. Might have got a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Broncos. Who's getting out of the pile there? That might be Tyler O'Neill again. Looked like James MacArthur got in on that as well. Let's call it 3rd and 3 for the Broncos. They're at their own 27-yard line. They took over here at the 8 after that big kickoff by an excellent coverage by the Horns. And now Fisher's going to go back to the shotgun. He does have Hadwiger out here in the slot and a little bit of hard count, and I'm not sure. The Horns jumped. Let's see if they were induced by the offense or not. Both sides obviously pointing, and it looks like this is going to go against Chase County, and that's going to be enough for a first down for the Broncos. So mental mistake there for the Longhorns. Going to be a 5-yard penalty, and it's going to give a fresh set of downs to Amherst. Minute 55 remain, third quarter. Longhorns lead at 10-0. Fisher now back in the shotgun. He's going to take it. A little inside give. This is Wick, and Wick has it off the edge. He's going to get a few yards there. Probably a gain of about 3 for Christian Wick, the senior. Give him 4, and it's going to be 2nd down and 6. Horns doing a better job of getting in and getting contact right around the line of scrimmage since those first few plays that Fisher came in. And Fisher's kind of mixed it up. At first he was just under center. Now he's back in the pistol, the shotgun set a little bit. 2 backs with him. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fisher takes it. He's going to be an inside give. Tyler O'Neill was all over that. Tyler saw the snap, and he got in there, and he actually waited for the handoff before he could bury Tesmer right there. Wick. That was Wick on the carry again. Going to be a loss of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 12 for the Broncos. So gave them 4 on that first carry, and they lost those 4 plus about 2 back. So nice job by the Horns defense. And really negative plays have been a big story for the Broncos. When they get something going, the Horns have been able to get penetration and get them into negative plays here for most of this game. So here goes Fisher again. Takes the snap, fakes inside. He's going to roll to his right. He's looking. He's got a man downfield. He throws it. It's Hadwiger, and it's intercepted. Who stepped up? Cade Anderson came in underneath that route. It got kind of deflected, and Cade hauled it in, and it's going to be Longhorn football picked off by Cade Anderson. The Horns defense comes up big once again with 28 seconds left in this third quarter, and Chase County is going to take over in Amherst territory, and that's going to be 1st and 10 at the Amherst 46. So big play there by the senior, Cade Anderson. He's got a couple big receptions tonight, and now that pick, another big play. And are we going to have a substitution thing? The Horns ran a guy off real late right there. I think they're going to be okay. And here's Carter. He's going to turn. He's looking downfield. And he's kind of throws it in between his two receivers. Anderson was short. Stephen Murray was long. And the pass kind of fell innocently and into the middle. So no harm on that. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Big defensive play there for Chase County. And they keep coming up with them. And the way it's looking, they're going to need to keep coming up with them during this upcoming 4th quarter. 24 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Horns run it here. This could easily be the last play of the 3rd. I formation behind Carter Librant. Carter takes the snap, going to turn. He's going to throw it again. This is a little throwback, and he misses his guy. Boy, that was set up. It was an attempt for Cade to come back and get a little bit of a bubble screen, and he had O'Neal and Zane Mays out in front of him. And it looked like he had some room to run, but the pass sailed a little bit over his head, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. So you'd like to have seen the Horns at least get a couple first downs with this new possession and kind of continue to take some of that pressure off their defense. And I certainly understand that it's the same guys on the field for offense and defense, so I don't say take the defense off the field from a standpoint of fatigue. Hang on here as we have the 3rd down and 10, and now that's a twitch. Chase County going to get away with it? Nope. Timeout, Coach Gaswick. Let's keep it here. So as I was saying, I don't really refer to the Horns, the pressure on the Horns defense and the need to keep them off the field really so much from a conditioning or fatigue standpoint, because those guys are playing both ways. Both teams really, their guys are playing both ways. More it's from just that stress that comes from having to defend and do your job and not let anything go. And not give up any big plays and not let anybody get behind you. So, the more plays that the offense gets to run, just the more stress it puts on your defense from just a standpoint of just maintaining that intensity, over and over and over again. And if your offense gets the ball, you get some chances to be the puncher and not the punchee. And so for the Horns, be nice to maintain some ball control here in this 4th quarter. But as it stands, it's 3rd and 10, and the Horns are going to need a pretty big play here to keep this thing going. So first long timeout of the half for either team. Horns use the first one, so they'll have 2 remaining. Broncos still have 3 as we have 19 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. And Librant's going to bring them out. And he's going to roll. He is going to look to throw. Throws are deep. He's got Anderson out there. Anderson tries to make the adjustment, but ball falls a little bit short. Really a pretty good toss there by Carter. He came under a bunch of pressure at the end, and really Carter knows he's got about a 1-1,000, 2-1,000, and he's got to get rid of the ball because those Amherst defenders are borne down on him pretty good. And so that's going to bring up 4th down and 10. And I told you at 2nd down that the quarter might soon be over, and 3 pass plays later, not much time has run. And it's going to be 4th and 10, and now Dawson Molander are going to go back to punt. Malik and Fisher deep for the Broncos. If it's not Malik, then it's Graydon Fisher. That's a 5 or a 6, and I'll be darned if I can tell you exactly what it is. It's not my eyes. It probably is. Dawson hits it. Line of scrimmage was the 47. It's going to bounce. Oh, nice bounce for the Horns. It's actually going to get into the end zone. That wind behind him. It bounced. Looked like it might check up, and Tucker Molander was down there to cover it. And I thought maybe Tuck was going to get to it, but took a pretty big hop and went into the end zone. So the Broncos are going to take over at their 20. Coach Gaswick's not going to hate that. 27 net yards on the punt, but avoided any kind of a return. And now as the ball was being thrown in, it hit Tommy Reeves right in the helmet. Well, it doesn't look like it hurt him too much. So we're going to have 1st and 10 from the 20. 7 seconds now remain in this 3rd quarter. Broncos take over. They trail by 10. It's Chase County 10, Amherst 0. Fisher in the shotgun. He's been the quarterback this whole half. He's got 2 backs back there with him. He is going to give it fake inside. Now he's going to keep it. Fisher's got a little bit of room. Gets around the edge. He's got some space here. From behind, Dawson may be able to track him down, and Dawson does finally get him, but a huge gain, 30, 42 yards on the gain for Fisher, finally drugged down in Longhorn territory by Dawson Molander. Boy, I don't know. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Let's go ahead and take a 1-minute break. Fisher's down on the sideline there, but let's take a minute, and that's going to be the end of this third quarter. And when we come back, we'll have fourth quarter action from you. Amherst on the move on 102.9 Jack FM.
County Community Hospital and Clinics would like to wish our Longhorns football team a safe and successful season. We applaud your hard work, focus, and commitment to improving with every practice and with every game. We watch with admiration as you build your character while improving your skills. Whether it's football or healthcare, commitment matters. That's why the Chase County Community Hospital and Clinics is committed to becoming your trusted healthcare home. Good luck and best wishes in this 2022 season. Go Longhorns!
Just like the Chase County Longhorns, Aaron and Michelle at Troxel's Heating and Appliance in Imperial are dedicated to excellence and dedicated to quality, like quality Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Amana, and Maytag appliances. Troxel's can help keep you comfortable, too, with Lennox Home Comfort Systems. Troxel's Heating and Appliance, 12 years in business and proud sponsor of Longhorn Sports.
Go Longhorns! Good luck this season.
Online at Troxel'sHeatingandAppliance.com.
Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 102.9 Jack FM and HighPlainsRadio.net.
All right, Carl Zugi with you. It's fourth quarter time. Horns lead at 10-0, but Amherst just hits a big running play by quarterback Riley Fisher, and they're on the move. They're in Longhorn territory at the Longhorn 43, where they are going to have it. And now it's going to be Hadwiger back in the shotgun, but back at quarterback. Fisher was a little dinged up at the end of that play. I don't know if he cramped or if something else happened, but he was down, and now it's a give to Tesmer. Tesmer has room. Now he's going to break it to outside. He's all the way across, and touchdown saving tackle right there by Luis Coe, but another big gain from the 43 all the way down to inside the Longhorn 20 to the 15-yard line, and the Broncos are chewing up yards, and it's not taking them long, and they're in the red zone for only maybe the second time of this game, and it's 1st and 10 Broncos. Yeah, Fisher, when Dawson brought him down over there, I don't know if you saw him and he kind of stayed down, and you thought, pretty cool out there for cramping, but you never know. Might have been some kind of a lower leg injury, but either way, Hadwiger is back in. Now he's going to take the snap. He's going to run it off the right side. This time he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That last carry by Tesmer, it chewed up, the 43 to the 15, so 28 yards, but more than that, I would say Tesmer probably ran about 50 yards to get there. He went all the way left and then cut it all the way back right. Finally, just a shoestring tackle by Luis Coe saved the touchdown. And now the Horns need to get a stop. 11 minutes to go in this game. Hadwiger with Wick in the backfield with him now. Turns. It's going to run option to the left. Going to pitch it to Wick. It's on the ground, and I think Tommy Reeves got on that. Boy, just late decision to pitch it by Hadwiger, and that quarterback-running back relationship that you need to keep just wasn't there. The back was right next to the quarterback. He had kind of had to slow up, and when the pitch went, it just hit him in the shoulder, went to the ground, and Tommy Reeves was on the spot to jump on it, and the Horns get another stop. They've got it back. 1st and 10. Now, we're at the point here where the Horns, their goals are, number one, obviously, go try to mount a drive and score, but secondly, work this clock and reduce the amount of chances that the Amherst Broncos have to get this ball and move it. So Carter's going to bring him under. He's got splits both ways, I formation. Going to turn and give it to his tailback, and I think that's MacArthur, and it is. I saw Dawson come off the field there that play, so MacArthur gets nothing. Might even have lost a yard. Let's see where they spot it. Let's call it a no gain for right now. 2nd down and 10. Oh, now do we have there's something being signaled out here. Yep, it's going to be an illegal chop block. So, be interesting to see, from the 10, I think from the 15, they're going to back them up half the distance. So that's going to bring the Horns back inside their 10 to maybe the 7-yard line. But it will remain 1st down. Well, now are they marking it the wrong direction? Yes, they are. If you're watching on the live stream, the official started the wrong way. Now he's going to mark it coming towards the south goal line. So second down and about 17 from the 7-yard line is what we're looking at. First down and about 17. Replay the down. So first down. MacArthur standing on the goal line. He's going to take the handoff, and he tries to get outside, but he's brought down in a heap, and there wasn't much there. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. So let's call it second and about 17, 16 now for the Horns. Dawson Molander coming back on the field here. Be nice to see the Horns just get somebody open in space, to get them the ball with the ability to run out here on this right side, maybe with some room to run. But I don't think Coach Gaswick on the other side of it, I don't think he wants to get too risky, take too many risks with the ball. His defense is doing a good job. Got a man in motion, going to turn. They're going to bring it. It's a little toss sweep out to Stephen Murray. Stephen got a block. Nope, it's Cade Anderson. Made a cutback. That's Cade. I apologize. Stephen and Cade wear 10 and 12, and they look a lot alike to me as they're coming around. But that was Cade, and he's going to get a few yards. Nice positive play for Chase County. I like the creativity of that. I like going somewhere different. Back up. Horns only up to the 11, so they're not quite back to the original line of scrimmage, which was about the 14. So let's call it third down and 13 for Chase County here. But like that play by Chase County, just trying to open something up and get some speed on the outside, which Cade does have some good speed. So see if the Horns go to the air here. I'm suspicious they're going to keep it on the ground, but we'll see. Carter takes the snap. He is going to go to the air, and it's that little throwback, and Stevens got it. If he can break a tackle, and he can't. The blockers didn't quite get out there, but it was complete. It was that little just turn and throw back the other way, and Carter did a good job getting it on Steven. And it's not going to be a first down, but it is going to be a gain of about 6. So let's call it 4th and 6. Gives Dawson a little bit of room to get this punt away. Now, I'm not exactly sure why the clock has stopped. Steven must have been tackled out of bounds. Yeah. So 9:01 remain in the game. Horns lead at 10-0. It's going to be Fisher and Malik back deep for the Broncos. Dawson has it. Now there's pressure, and they block that punt. Now it is going to go forward, so it's not going to be in the stat book as a blocked punt, but they got a piece of it. And the Broncos are going to – Dawson had a huge amount of time to get kicks off, and he's just been taking his time. And that time I don't think he expected the pressure that was coming, and the Broncos wisely decided to come after it, and they got a piece of it. And the Horns are lucky that thing bounced their way and not backwards. So let's talk 8-10 yards on the punt. It's going to be 1st and 10 Amherst at the Longhorn 25. So here we go again. Defense has to buckle down once again with 8:53 remaining in the game. Fisher back at quarterback. He's going to turn. He gives it to Tesmer, and Tesmer has a pretty good gain. At least 5, 6, now 7 yards for Tesmer. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Into the red zone on the first play. Go the Broncos. Can the Horns, can they galvanize, and can they hold the Broncos out of the end zone one more time? We will see. Fisher under center. He's got Wick back there now at the tailback, and he kind of bobbles the snap, gives it to Wick. Wick is able to pick his way through, but I think we're going to get a holding call, and the Horns needed that because that was going to be a first down for Wick. Now I think we're going to go back to 2nd and long. That came in the area where pretty much only holding can be called from the back judge, and it is. White hat, Mr. Freeland signals holding. So back him up, says Coach Gaswick. 8:15 remain. Feels like this is a really big moment in this game. Not to say that Amherst doesn't have time to get it back and score a couple times, but being 2 scores down feels like if they don't, man, why was that? Did that hold happen 8 yards downfield? Because it's only 2nd and 4. Okay, so from where the flag landed, I guess 10 yards is still left at a 2nd and 4. I thought that thing should have been backed up quite a bit further. Now here's Fisher on the keep. Tucker Molander chasing him. Stephen Murray corrals him to the sideline, and he's out. So it's going to be a first down, I think, right at the 10-yard line, perhaps inside. We'll see if it's going to be 1st and goal or if it's still going to be 1st and 10. Just outside the 10-yard line. So it's 1st and 10, but it's going to take inside the 1-yard line for a first down. So it's 1st and 10 Amherst. Inside 8 minutes. Good run there by Fisher. Molander was trying to get him from behind but couldn't catch him. Finally driven out of bounds there by Stephen Murray. And now Fisher again, I formation. He's under center this time. Turns, gives it. Oh, and Tesmer is whacked in the backfield. Isaac Strateski in there first to get him. Tucker Molander also came charging in there. The freshman getting some time. Tucker on defense here. Good speed and pretty good aggressiveness there from Dawson's little brother Tucker. And so 2nd down and 11. You know, Coach Gaswick, well, we'll talk about that later. I formation. Here's Fisher. 2nd and 11. Turns. He fakes. He's going to roll out to the right. He's looking to throw. He's under pressure. Now he does throw, and it falls incomplete. Nice job out there by Luis Coe on coverage. He tried to get it to number 42. Does that sound right? Max Vavra? Nah. 40-something. Just won't turn. 40. Might have been Carter Riesland. Yeah, it was. Number 46, Carter Riesland. On the attempt, but falls incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd and 11. Not a bad ball there by Fisher. He just didn't have much open. He had to get rid of it because he was under pressure. Did a good job just getting it away right there. So 3rd and 11. Can the Horns stop here? If they do, I think we'll see a field goal attempt. Fisher, little shovel pass, and it's Wick, and 2 missed tackles. Boy, that's too bad because the Horns had that played pretty well. And the little shovel pass got him in, and I don't think it's going to be a 1st down. I think it's going to be 4th and very, very short. But rather than a situation here where you were going to have 4th and long and probably see a field goal attempt by Elo. Oh, it was enough for a 1st down. So they're in there tight. They're at the 1 because they needed the 1 for a 1st down. So almost a score there. 1st and goal, and now Fisher carries it, and he is in. Touchdown. Touchdown Broncos. So as I was saying before on that play before that set up the touchdown on that 3rd and long, the Horns kind of had that thing read, and just 2 really poor tackles, attempted tackles, let Wick, and no, you credit to Wick for fighting hard for those yards, but he should have been tackled back there right at the line of scrimmage, and then again about 5 yards downfield. Instead, he made the 10, 11-yard gain, got the 1st down, and on the next play, the Broncos are in for the touchdown. And now Elo in to attempt the extra point, and it's either a fake or a botched snap. It looked like it was going to be a fake. Fisher came up for it. Maybe he came up because the snap was real high. Either way, the extra point is no good, and the Horns lead this thing 10-6 with 7:04 remaining. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll come back and see if the Horns can hang on 102.9 Jack FM.
District Hospital understands how important it is to be close to your loved ones when faced with a health issue. That's why Ray Community District Hospital offers intravenous, subcutaneous, and intramuscular right here close to home. Blood transfusions, central line, and catheter care. Treatments for multiple sclerosis, cancer, and Crohn's disease are just some of the services the Infusion Center provides. For more information or to schedule an appointment, please contact Ray Community District Hospital at 970-332-2397. Ray Community District Hospital. Family medicine with a family touch.
Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 102.9 Jack FM and HighPlainsRadio.net.
So it just feels like with the 10-6 Longhorn lead and 7 minutes to go in this game, it just feels like some big play is going to decide this thing because the Chase County offense has been little more than, it's been pretty much fruitless this entire, really from the second quarter on. Just not much being opened up for holes for these ball carriers, and geez.
Okay, I keep forgetting the dang phone don't ring. Let's
Okay.
right on, okay?
Okay.
Just start talking, all right?
Sounds good.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, back here at Chase County High School, as you might have expected if you've been listening or if you've been watching, Nolan Elo kicked the Kickoff with the win through the end zone. About made a field goal with it through the uprights. He kicked it all the way through the back. And as I was saying, it just feels like the Longhorn offense just hasn't done anything for the last two and a half quarters. And so it really is. It's going to take a big play, just something happening here for the Horns to open this thing back up. Otherwise, it's going to be on the defense here. Carter takes the snap, going to give it to Thomas Reeves. And there's a decent hole for Tommy. Fights for yards. Hold on to that football. He's going to get a big gain. So that's what the Horns need. They need some big plays on first down that give them the opportunity to open up and move the chains a little bit and hold on to this football for a little while. Amherst, I would say, has dominated the line of scrimmage. And, we talked about it a couple times when you've got 4 projected starting linemen, on a Class C2 team out of the game. These guys that are filling the holes are doing the best they can, but it's going to have an effect. And Amherst has been doing damage on that defensive line. But the Horns got 8 or 9 there with Reeves, and it was a first down. And now Molander going to fall forward. I think Dawson's got the first down, give him a gain of about 2. And that, as we said, is going to move the chains. So for the Horns here, your agendas are pretty big. First of all, let's see if we can sustain a drive, go put the thing in the end zone and end this game. But if not, how much time can we eat up? How many times can we move these chains? How much can we flip the field and make it tough on Amherst coming back the other way? All these things are going to matter. At the very least, that's 1 first down. You'd like to see at least a couple more. Get that ball to midfield here. It sits right now on the Longhorns' own 31, 32-yard line. Can we advance it to the 50 and get it up there where Horns in the advantage? We're under 6 minutes to go in this game right now. Motion by Freeze. Snap taken. Librant is going to give it to Molander. He's trying to bounce it out to the right. If he can get by one guy, pretty good move there by Dawson. He's got the 35, the 40, and all the way up to about the 43, 44-yard line. Boy, that was pretty much all Dawson right there. Just his speed to get around the corner. He broke a tackle. It could have been, that tackle would have had him for a loss or maybe a no gain. Instead, Dawson moves up there and gains about 13 on that thing. And now it's 1st and 10 at the Horns 44. And this is what I'm talking about. The Horns needed to get out of their half of the field and get this thing over on the north side of midfield here a little bit, and that's what they've done almost. They're at the 44, and Dawson was out of bounds there, so 5:40 remain in the game. Horns have 2 timeouts left. The Amherst Broncos, I believe, have all 3 of theirs according to the scoreboard, and that sounds right if I remember correctly. So Carter checks his plays. He's got an I formation split here out to the left, and now we've got to delay a game. Flag comes from the back, Judge. Boy, that's just a bad deal for the Horns there. You got it. Whether that was the coaches getting the play in or whether it was the players getting the play and getting to the line, you can't afford to lose 5 yards right there. So, big mistake for the Horns. And now that's going to back them up. And when yards have been hard to come by, now they've got to have 15 rather than just 10. So let's see if they can keep it going. 1st and 15. Carter sends Cade Anderson in motion. Now he's going to turn, gives it to Reeves. Reeves has some space, going to get that penalty yardage plus a bunch back. So the Horns get 10 of that 15 back, and that's what they needed. And they are to midfield and even across down to the Amherst 49. Let's call this thing 2nd down and 4. Big gain for Tommy Reeves. Maybe finally the Horns blocking is going to start to wear on the Broncos here a little bit and start to eat up some yards. Horns lead at 10-6. 5:10 remain in this game. Clock running. Neither team has scored an offensive touchdown tonight. Carter takes the snap. Gives that thing inside to Luis Coe. He's got a little bit of room. Luis breaks it. He's got one man to beat. Gives him a little juke. And he's going to be brought down inside the 10 at the 5. He's still fighting all the way down to the 2-yard line. Number 88, Luis Coe. Not a real big guy, but a real big effort right there for Coe. And he's got 49, so let's call it to the 3, 46 yards on that gain. And this could be what the Horns needed to maybe, hopefully, stick this thing in the end zone and put it away. That was that little inside give to Luis. And we said, I like the play, and I like how it has to keep the defense honest, has to keep somebody home on that backside from not over pursuing. And Luis, he got it. He had about 3-4 good yards. Then he broke a tackle, and he was off to the races. And it was just Hadwiger that finally corralled him and brought him down and kept him out of the end zone. 1st down and 3. Dawson with it into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown Longhorns. That's what we needed right there. Chase County drives it in, and now with the extra point pending, it's 16-6, and now Chase County is going to force the Broncos to, probably have to throw the ball and do some stuff that maybe they haven't been doing as much. They're going to have to, use the clock. Now, Amherst gets the ball, and they have 3 timeouts. So, they've got every bit of ability to, to score a couple times, but it's going to be a lot tougher here with this 9 and now, 10-point lead as James MacArthur, by the way, and I don't want to be a jinxer, but he stays perfect on the year on extra points. He was 5 for 5 the first night, 2 for 2 last Friday, and now 1 for 1 and 1 for 1 in field goals. So James 8 for 8 kicking the football this year, and that was a big play for Chase County. Hey, big credit. I was just talking about the O-line right there. What they did was they opened up a nice hole for Thomas twice. Then they opened up that hole for Luis, and then with some tough running by Luis and Dawson on that play around the left end, the Horns got that ball, and when they needed a score, when things weren't looking great necessarily, yes, they had the lead, but the momentum of the game certainly seemed to have shifted into the direction of the Amherst Broncos. The Horns come up with a big drive. Everybody executed, and other than that delay of game, everything just was done pretty darn well on that drive. And the Horns punch it in. And with 4:44 remaining in this game, it's Chase County 17 and Amherst 6. So Amherst, let's talk about this. Their kicker can hit them from way deep. So 11 makes it so that they can, a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and field goal could still do it. So that's not insignificant here. James hits it up in the air, taking on the 20. This is going to be Elo. And Elo is taken down quickly. I believe that was Sean Heerman that got back there and made the tackle. And the junior Heerman has made some big stops tonight, and there was another one there, about a 2-yard return for Elo, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Broncos, 4:34 remaining. See what Coach Klingelhofer has in store. Will he go back with Hadwiger, or is he going to stay with Fisher as far as the quarterback? It seems that Hadwiger is more of his thrower, and I don't know if Fisher, he has come back in the game, so though he had a little bit of an injury there, he has been the quarterback for most of the second half, and looks like it is going to be Fisher. Hadwiger is going to play wide receiver here. So 2 receivers each way for Fisher. Takes the snap. He drops straight back. He's going to peel out to the left. He's going to throw downfield, and it is batted and picked. Oh, no. Tristan Jablonski almost had it picked. So Luis Coe made a great play on the ball, knocked it up in the air, and it fluttered up there, and it looked like Tristan Jablonski was going to get in there and get that interception. Wasn't quite able to haul it in, so it falls incomplete. But these defensive backs are going to have a couple more of opportunities, you would think, to maybe haul one in. So 2nd down and 10. 4:27 remain. Horns lead at 17-6. First offensive touchdown by either team in the game came just moments ago after the Horns drove that thing all the way down and got a score. Big play by Luis Coe, and then Dawson Molander drove it in. Now Fisher rolling to his left, and they're going to have to watch Fisher because he can run, and he's rolling out there. He's going to get about 6 or 7, I would say, on that rollout. It's going to be 3rd down, and let's give him 6. Call it 3rd and 4 for the Broncos. Next week, I'm going to have to look where the Horns are next week. I should know. 3rd and 4. Fisher has 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Takes the snap, kind of a low snap. He's going to let it go all the way out here. And, oh, man, he had Tesmer, and Tesmer had room. Tesmer was over here on the left side by himself, and he had a lead blocker in Carter Riesland ready to pave the way for him. And I don't know, Tesmer had some serious room to run, but the ball fell incomplete, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 4. You'll have to excuse my silence. I'm trying to multitask here. Looks to me like Friday, September 9th, so we're looking for September 17th. 4th down and 4. And now the Horns are going to take a timeout. Coach Gassick wants to make sure he has his defense set the way he wants it. Let's take a 30-second break. When we come back, we'll see what what the Broncos are going to dial up to try to convert this 4th and 4 right here on 102.9 Jack FM.
Every morning, a new sunrise keeps us dreaming of the walls where we'll hang our favorite memories, of the door frames that mark our kids' growth, and the front porch for greeting friends, and many sunrises to come. No matter what neighborhood you choose to call home, we're the local bank that'll help you make it real. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 102.9 Jack FM and HighPlainsRadio.net.
4:14 remain in this game. Chase County leads it 17-6. 4th down and 4 is what the Amherst Broncos are facing here on their own 27.5-yard line. And so Coach Gaswick takes a timeout. The Horns have one left. Still the full set of timeouts, all 3 available to the Amherst Broncos. Next week, the Horns will be home again, this time against the Gibbon Buffaloes. So another Central Nebraska foe coming in. So it'll be Gibbon here next week. So here we go. Fisher takes it on 4th and 4. Takes a snap. He's going to throw it. He's dropping, and he's sacked. Horns get him. Thomas Reeves gets in there and dumps Fisher, and it's all the way back to the 15-yard line where the Horns are going to take over on the Broncos 15. And this is now really a chance for the Horns to put this thing away. What'll be interesting to see here, I suppose, if you are Amherst here, you probably have to start using your timeouts maybe on 2nd, 3rd down and trying to keep this clock down a little bit if you can get stops on Chase County here. But they are inside the 15. If the Horns get a touchdown, that'll pretty much put it out of reach. A field goal would still keep it a 2-score game. So still a lot to be accomplished here for Amherst if they can bristle. Carter takes a snap. He's going to give it to Thomas Reeves. Thomas stopped up right at the line. Good job there by Wick in the hole. He just got Thomas by the shoestrings and held on and let his buddies come in and clean up. And it looks like it's going to be a no gain. 2nd down and 10. Clock runs. Maybe I'm going to guess that Coach Klingelhofer is going to go ahead and let it run after the next play. Then maybe on 3rd down he goes ahead and tries to stop it and conserve some time. Horns run some guys on and off late, so going to have to get in there and get this play off. Back judge just starting his count right now, so that's kind of the 5-second warning. Here is Molander. Molander off the left side. He's brought down. Nice job. Guy on the ground there for Amherst. And now Coach Klingelhofer is going to use his timeout. And I believe on the stop there, that was Carter Riesland who reached in there and got a piece of Dawson and drug him down from behind. Gain of about 3, let's give him 4. So 3rd and 6 for Chase County. 3:21 remain, and going to have a quick timeout here. So if the Horns can hold on here, they'll go to 2-1, bring in the Gibbon Buffaloes. I don't know much about Gibbon. I know that Hershey beat them in the season opener. And Hershey's been really throwing it around with their quarterback, Cooper Hill, the junior. If anybody was at Hershey last year and remembers, but neither the Horns nor Hershey had a lot of success. I think the Horns had just come off of their first win, and the Panthers were still winless. And they got themselves into a battle. The Horns scored real late. Ryan Bernhardt punched one in late and took an 8-point lead. But it wasn't until the very end that the Horns put that game away. Cooper Hill had a heyday throwing the football last year for the Panthers. So anyway, I digress. But that was a memory. And Hershey also on the schedule for the Horns coming up. Evidently, just getting a text from my son. He didn't say so, but speaking of the code we speak, it sounds like C.J. Crone just homered for the Rockies. That's good to hear. I formation. And here's Molander up the middle. He's stopped up, so see if Coach Klingelhofer, and he is going to use his second of his 3 timeouts. 3:16 now remain. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break, and I believe the Horns will probably line up a field goal, but we'll find out here in 30 seconds on 102.9 Jack FM.
company just keeps getting better and better. Adams Lumber is now proud to offer Gerken windows and doors. Since 1932, Gerken has been an innovator in the design and manufacturing capability of installed windows and doors. They offer the best value for your money in high-quality, maintenance-free windows and doors. Be sure to visit the guys at Adams Lumber about their line of Gerken products. With recent storm damage, remember, Adams Lumber has shingles, lumber, and siding and will deliver to your home or business. If you need it, Adams Lumber has it. Do it best with Adams Lumber in Imperial and Grant.
Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 102.9 Jack FM and High Plains Radio.
And indeed, I saw the holder, Luis Coe, come over and grab the field goal tee. And there is a difference between a kickoff tee and a field goal tee. Kickoff tee, it cradles the ball and holds it itself. A field goal tee is just flat. It just elevates the football a couple inches off the ground to help out the kickers. They're only legal in high school. In college and pros, you won't see those field goal tees anymore. But Luis did come to the sideline to get it, which leads us to believe that it will be a field goal attempt, and now they've tossed it back, and now it looks like the Horns are going to go here. And the thing about this is, even if you don't get it, you've got Amherst backed way up inside their own 10. So Carter going to go ahead and go for it here. Turns and gives it to Molander, and he fights, and he gets through. He does not score, but he gets the first down. Going to be a new set of downs for Chase County, and with about 3:10 left, this is going to be an opportunity for the Horns to salt most of this clock away unless they go ahead and score, and that's going to be a pretty good deal too. So 3:05 and counting, now down to 3 minutes, and now the Horns going to take their time signaling in plays and trying to get this thing going. Ball's going to scrimmage on right about the Amherst 3, first and goal. Good job, big call there by the Horns, and you're starting to see this offensive line of Chase County play much better in this fourth quarter. Great to see. Carter takes it, going to give to Dawson. Dawson fights, falls forward, touchdown! The big senior Dawson Molander follows his blocking off the right side, gets into the end zone, and that's going to probably put this thing away for Chase County. 2:37 remain. It's 23-6, extra point pending. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm the guy that was sitting there talking about the field goal kicker being perfect on the year, thinking that we probably wouldn't kick another one tonight, and that I wouldn't, the jinx wouldn't carry over for a week to next week. So, James, I have full confidence in you here, buddy, but if you miss it, I'll wear this one. It's going to be on me. Snap back. Luis has it. Kick is up. And it's good. James is unfazed by any kind of broadcasting jinx. 24-6. Chase County leads it. And let's keep it right here. 2:37 remain in this fourth quarter, and that'll probably put it away pretty much for Chase County. A big, really nice fight here by the Amherst Broncos. When they got that touchdown with about, a little over 6 minutes, I think it was, remaining, the Horns, I don't know. I don't know that they're when they post the win odds, on the scoreboards on the computer, I don't know if their win odds were all that high at that time. They might have been over 50%, but not much over. And there was really no reason to believe that they were going to mount a drive and drive it down the field and work to put this game away. But that's exactly what they did. They showed some real toughness. They started to take control of the line of scrimmage, and they got the Broncos back on their heels a little bit. And then that big 45-yard run by Luis Coe and the subsequent touchdown by Dawson Molander put the Horns very much in charge. And then after holding on fourth down and punching another one in, the Horns have put this game away. MacArthur going to kick it. It's a little squibber. Taking it to 25, to the 35, to about the 37-yard line was the return. And I believe that was the freshman. That was Easton Malik. So ball's going to be spotted right about the Amherst own 37-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10, 2:33 remain. Amherst does have one timeout still left to use. Horns have one as well. You're going to see some kind of prevent type defense by the Horns, their defensive backs that are usually, the corners are 5-6 yards off, safeties, 8 to 10. You're going to see 4 defensive backs all at least 10 yards from the ball right here. And that's what we're looking at. Fisher ready, takes a snap, going to fake inside. He's going to let it go, and actually it's actually Hadwiger, and he throws deep, and he just a little bit underthrows out there. I think it was Elo, And so it's going to be 2nd and 10. So Hadwiger back under center. Fisher had been taking most of the snaps here for Amherst in the second half. Hadwiger took him in the first half. I'm not sure if that was a pre-game design to split the halves, or if they just saw that Fisher was going to give him that running game component in the second half. But he's been running things, and now Fisher is out at a wide receiver and Hadwiger. So when they're not playing quarterback, the other guy is heading out to wide receiver. So Hadwiger on 2nd and 10 takes the snap, has time. Now he's on his back foot. Now he's scrambling to get away. He is going to get rid of it, and it's intercepted nearly, but out of bounds. Nice play on the ball right there by freshman Tucker Mullendor. Tucker tried to kind of toe tap it and stay in bounds and catch the ball, but I don't think he stayed in bounds, and I don't think he caught the ball. It was right here on our sideline, so I couldn't really see it. But it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Nice 4th quarter here for the Chase County Longhorns. Taken by Hadwiger. He's getting a little shovel pass, and that's an incomplete pass. That should be blown dead, and finally it is. It seems like a run play, that shovel pass, but it's an incomplete pass because it was forward, and that's going to bring us to 4th and 10. So that shovel pass that got the Broncos down to the 1-yard line there on their touchdown drive, they tried it again, but it didn't work, and it's going to be 4th and 10 with 2:14 remaining in this thing. Horns get a stop here. I think they're just probably going to be able to, for the most part, just kneel on it, run it out. Here is Hadwiger, though, one more try. If he can get his shoulders turned, he's going to let one go, and the pressure was there, and it falls incomplete. Hadwiger had, who was that out there? James MacArthur chasing him, and because James was on his right shoulder, he couldn't get his shoulders turned to try to unload a ball, so he had to just keep running toward the sideline. When he finally got turned, he just kind of floated one up in the air. It wasn't even to the sticks, and it fell incomplete, and Chase County's going to take over 1st and 10, and they're going to put this game away with 2:04 remaining, and it's going to be a good night here in Imperial as the Horns are going to take home their 2nd win of the year, and they're going to move to 2-1 on the season. Looks like it's going to be victory formation for Carter. Now the Broncos do have a timeout. I don't think Coach Klingelhofer will probably use it. Carter takes the knee, and we start the countdown. We're under 2 minutes. Next week, a lot of action. I know the Chase County Longhorns softball team is home again. 3 straight home games. They had one on Tuesday where they split games with Yuma County. It's a Yuma-Ray hybrid, and won the first and lost the second one. And then were swept by a really improved Hershey team. Hershey started their program last year, but went down and watched quite a bit of that. Very, very good Hershey team. And the Horns hung in there in that first game. It went into the 5th inning, tied up 3-3, and then Hershey kind of opened up their offense and pulled away, and then also took the second game. But now tomorrow, I believe the Horns have the Gothenburg Lady Swedes coming in for 2 tomorrow. So if you want to go down and check out some softball down at Schroeder Park on the south field, new field down there where the Horns are calling their new home. The volleyball team will be back in action on Tuesday, and I'd love to tell you who that's against because I don't know if I remember. And then the Longhorn cross country team this next week will travel to McCook, which is always and Amherst did take their final time out there, so now Carter will get back into the victory formation, and I'm not really sure if he can run it out or not here, but can appreciate the coach using that last time out, kind of showing his team, especially his young guys, hey, we don't quit, we use all of our timeouts, and we keep using all of our resources till there's no time left on the clock. So certainly not a bad move there by the coach to use his last time out, but now the clock should just run. So now the senior Carter Labyrinth will wait to see the back judge begin his 5-second count. And once he does that, Carter will get under, take the snap, and take another knee. And there is the hand up. So now we're about 5 seconds away. Carter will wait. Now that's 1, 2. He's got about 2 seconds left to snap. He does. Takes the knee. Minute 12 left. And I don't think the Horns are going to be able to run this out. They're going to be able to get it down to about 30 seconds. But on 4th down, they're not going to be able to run it out. And I think they're going to go ahead and punt. Are they going to go ahead and punt it? Not real sure how they're going to handle this. They're bringing new personnel in. And I think maybe Dawson's gonna punt this thing away. 48 seconds, 47. He's up talking to the center, and now Dawson gonna take it, go back deep to receive. He's gonna wait for the signal from the back judge that says he's got 3 seconds left. 2, 1, and now there's going to be a timeout. Yep, Coach Gaswick had to call a timeout. So 29 seconds remain. Keep it right here. I'm sure this is going to be a pretty short timeout. Coach Gaswick just wanted to avoid the delay of game call right there. Now he's got his punt squad on the field. They'll kick it away, and Amherst will have time for a couple plays here. So 24-6, the Longhorns lead it. 29 seconds left in the game. Really, one of those games that I felt like was just a little bit hard to kind of feel like, hey, I've really got a good feel of what's going on out here. I thought the Horns probably in the first quarter seemed to kind of control action for the most part, but then really the second and third quarter kind of belonged to the Broncos. Luckily, the Horns never let them, sustain a drive. And so then when the Horns got a field goal and in the second quarter, the only scoring was the Horns picking up a fumble and taking it 65, almost 70 yards for a touchdown. That was the only scoring. Horns got themselves down the field and got a field goal, and then Amherst answered with a touchdown, and it seemed a little tenuous, but the Horns, it's been all Chase County since then. And they've got that 24-6 lead. Certainly a closer game than what this scoreboard might indicate. Dawson grabs it at about the 50 and lets it go. It's going to bounce, and Fisher is going to watch it, and it hits his brother this time. Tucker's down there and touches it at about the 15, downed. And so about scrimmage from the, 36, so 20-some yard punt, no return. But that's what the Horns wanted, was just to kill it and not allow a big return to come. Was going to tell you about Tuesday's volleyball game, but I got to go back. So Tuesday, the Horns are going to be at a triangular with Gering and Baird. Gering and Baird on Tuesday, volleyball girls. Oh, excuse me, that was softball. Volleyball is going to have Sedgwick County right here at the Chase County Longhorn Gym. So the Julesburg, Ovid, Sedgwick County Cougars will be in for 3 on Tuesday. So lots of Longhorn action next week. If you're looking for something to do, come out and watch the Chase County Longhorns play. Okay, a little give up the middle, and I believe that is going to be Tesmer, and it is. Tesmer with the carry, and he has about 9. And under 10 seconds, and we'll see if the Broncos can get one more play off. They're lining up trying to. 4, 3. Hadwiger takes it. He's going to roll. Looks like he's going to get buried, and it's Thomas Reeves once again. And that wasn't Hadwiger, that was Fisher. But it was Thomas Reeves once again with another sack, and that's going to end the ball game. So probably pretty fitting that the game ended on a big Longhorn defensive play, because it was that Chase County defense that really won this game for the Horns. They got some scores late, but most of their scoring, other than that one really nice response drive that they had in the fourth quarter, the rest of the scoring was all set up by the defense. So Chase County wins it. They go to 2-1 on the season, and it's going to be a good week of practice. Now it's going to be a matter of, can we get a few of those offensive linemen back? Can Jesus Medina is he going to be cleared and ready to play? Can Jensen Olsen get back? So we'll find out in the coming week. So next week it's going to be Chase County and the Gibbon Buffaloes right back here, I believe, at 6 o'clock. So make sure you tune in then. We're going to go ahead and take about a 3-minute break, and then we'll watch and see if Coach Gaswick's going to come up our way. We'll try to get some words from Coach Gaswick, and then we'll sign off until next week right here live once again from Chase County. Hopefully this live stream with our radio audio connected, hopefully this sounds like it was working. So hopefully that made the viewing a little easier and a little more informative for you guys. We'll try to keep bringing that to you every home game for the rest of the season here from Chase County High School. So let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be right back on 102.9 Jack FM.
Oh, yes, you can smell it in the air. Friday night Longhorn football and crops getting ready to be harvested. This is Andre with Trinidad Venom, and being a Longhorn football alumni, I know what it takes to work hard and help produce a winning season. As Trinidad Venom, we have worked hard to become a leading marketer and advocate for dry edible beans. Learn more about us at trinidadvenom.com and proud supporters of Longhorn Sports.
This is Derek, a nurse practitioner at the Family Practice Facility. When you're not feeling yourself, rely on us at the Family Practice Facility to take care of you. Don't let your health get in the way from enjoying the things you love. We have 5 medical providers, multiple specialties, including diabetes, cardiology, and orthopedics, all at one great location. You will get back to feeling better in no time. Enjoy a round of golf, get some sun, or even some baking. Get connected with a small town provider by calling the Family Practice Facility at 970-854-2500.
At Waypoint Bank, our lending decisions are made locally. What does that mean to you? Well, we make good decisions. It also means when you deal with a family-owned bank like Waypoint, you aren't just a number. We proudly offer personalized care with a story of strong values. At Waypoint Bank, we've been providing financial assistance and guidance since 1883. Our word is our bond and has been for all these years. It's called relationship banking. Nothing new, just something we do at Waypoint Bank. Waypoint Bank, guiding your success and invested in your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's Travis at Bonanza Ford and Ray. Keeping up with today's market is something we're paying close attention to. If you're asking yourself, is this a good time to trade, or is it better to look at new or used? These are the questions our staff can answer. Our goal is to help you make the best choices for your needs and get you in the vehicle you love. Visit us online at bonanzafordofray.com or stop by and see us off of Adams Street in Ray.
Allo means business. Allo means local business. Allo means big business. Allo means small business. No matter your business, if you need reliable phone and internet connectivity, you need Allo. Local service and same-day dispatch. Free installation. Symmetrical upload and download speeds. If your business relies on communication, rely on Allo. Allo means business. Visit allofiber.com/business.
Don't forget, you can use your Adams Bank and Trust debit card with a mobile wallet like Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, or Google Pay. This is Melanie Dehart, Vice President of Retail Banking. It's now easier than ever to add a mobile wallet with one-click verification, all within the Adams Bank and Trust mobile app. So all you need is your phone to pay securely wherever summer takes you. Adams Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Message and data rates may apply. Some restrictions may apply.
Your home for Chase County Longhorn football is 1029 Jack FM and highplainsradio.net.
Okay. Oops. Keep it right here for right now, but just a little bit of a heads up. Hopefully, we're going to get a chance to talk to Coach Gaswick when he comes up here. And if you're on the live stream and you're waiting, and I'm not sure if that's even still on, but if it's still on and you're on the live stream, you'll have to tune into KADL or the Jack FM app because I'm going to have to unplug the camera in order to plug in my second set of headset to talk to Coach Gaswick. So it does look like they're just breaking huddle, and I think the coach will be up here pretty soon, and we'll be able to get some words from him after his team's big victory. And we weren't able to catch Coach Gaswick after the win in Week 1, and then he was gracious enough to come up and talk to us after the defeat last week. So this will be the first time we get to talk to Coach Gaswick after a win. So we're looking forward to that, and I'll keep my eye out for him as we get going here. And yep, looks like he's on his way up. So if you're on the live stream, I'm going to unplug you. Thanks for listening tonight. And if you want to hear us finish up with our interview with Coach Gaswick, just tune in to 102.9 if you're in Imperial, or the Jack FM app streaming, and you should be able to catch the interview here. So if not, we'll talk to you next week. But